guys. You know who I am. I'm Mikey Breathes. I'm Mikey. And life is good. Life's amazing. Life is great. I'm coming from the top shelf of the world. I'm pretty close to it, like right by Tibet. I'm in Nepal. It's freaking amazing here. And we're going to take information from the ethos, from the atmosphere. We're going to compress it and transmute it, and we're going to distribute it throughout all of this realm. That's what we're doing here. So yeah, I'm a vessel that does that. You're a vessel that does that. We're just living, right? But I love this stuff. Like, I could talk about working out, but I don't really care about working out. I could talk about technology, but I don't really care too much about technology. I'm appreciative for it, like the phone and the computer, this mic and stuff like that. But it's not the highest thing. What do I primarily focus on? What's the highest thing that I can grasp and understand and then pull into myself that I can leverage and utilize to have an effect? Not just spiritual mumbo jumbo, because a lot of spiritual people talk all day, but like their life is like falling apart. Like a lot of their spirituality is their compensation for not taking accountability and responsibility for their life. So it's always justified by something that's intangible and not provable. I don't ever hear about that crap. I'm always about what's effective. What can I do? What can I like take and have and then apply to have an effect in reality and in this world? So far from what I've done that for my body. I haven't worked out in 6.5 years because I've taken reality from this ethos realm, and I've brought it down into myself, and now I have this body that looks like I am like a calisthenics type of dude, bodybuilder guy. I don't do any of that stuff. I don't know any of the calisthenic stuff. I don't do calisthenics. No supplements, no steroids, nothing like that, but simply the knowledge that when your spirituality or the information or the insightfulness that you have is real, there should be a physical effect somewhere. If there's no physical effect, it's a theory. But if you continue going in a theory without ever being proven, then you're living in a delusion. At some point in time, that spirituality should tip over into physicality and have consistency. It shouldn't be spotty. It shouldn't be like, whoa, one time, in 2008, I did a spiritual prayer that happened. Like, well, then that prayer should be happening 2008, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 2020, 2021, 22, and so on and so forth, right? So there has to be the ability of, what's the word I'm looking for here? It should be able to be replicated time and time again on demand. So if it's not able to be replicated time and time again on demand, then it shouldn't be the main. A lot of people make spirituality their main, but the results are sporadic and scattered. Sometimes they'll have results, sometimes they won't, and this and that. So anything that doesn't have a direct, clear ability of replication or consistency within it, you should never make that your main thing. Build from a fundamental point of consistency, and then anything that you're testing with that might differ in results or variations, you can make that a portion, but never the primary. You do this, you'll have a sustainable life. So anyway, I still have to say, welcome to Mikey Breathes Exposed. I love you guys so much. So here we expose ourselves. I expose myself. I show you guys myself. This is how I think. This is who I am. I'm not going to change myself for anybody. I'm not going to try to be something for you. I'm showing up as me. And if you don't like it, who cares? I'm here for you. I'm here for myself. I'm here to be. I'm here to expose and show to you guys myself, but also yourself. So as you guys ask me questions, we're going to acknowledge and look and conduct and perceive what you're actually saying. Where's this coming from? So we can see you. It's not the question you actually care about, but it's your question that's telling who you currently are and how you're operating. When you have the understanding of who you are and how you operate, then you know how to navigate. When you know how to navigate, you can go anywhere. If you know how to walk, then you can reach most places in the world. But if you know how to drive, you can get there much faster. But if you don't know how to drive, if you don't know how to navigate, then you won't be able to get there as fast. Guess what? If you can fly a plane, you'll get there even faster. But if you don't have the knowledge of how to operate a plane, a helicopter, or some sort of like aerodynamic vehicle in the sky, then you won't have the effectiveness on that degree and that level. So we're learning ourselves and the knowledge of ourselves so we can navigate ourselves, so we have full range and scope to explore the fullness of this reality. That's what we want. That's what we want to experience. That's why we're here. We're not here to give ourselves over to our hobby. We're not here to give ourselves over to our career or our marriage or our children or this. We're here to truly know ourselves. And once we obtain this ever-going knowledge, it never stops, then you'll have a greater effectivity in the benefit of your family, your career, your hobby, your children, and everything else. So if you have any questions, drop them down below. If you're watching this after we've already posted it, what have I said time and time again? Take notes. Take notes on this stuff. Take notes, because you're probably not going to remember this. Like, yeah, it's going to go into you. It's going to subside in you through osmosis. You're going to like automatically absorb it, but you're going to get there much faster at an accelerated pace if you just write it down. I'm not saying you ever have to revisit your notes or anything like that, but what I'm saying is once you write it down, you're establishing it more in your own psyche. So do take notes. Whatever part you like most about this live, go ahead and timestamp it in the comments. If you're watching this after the fact, like, comment, share. And yeah, if you're on Facebook, same thing. Like, comment, share, follow to Mikeybreathes on all. And if you're on Instagram, and tap that screen, baby. Tap your favorite body part here. What's your favorite body part? Ta-da! I have my volcano necklace from India that I totally forgot about. Sasha reminded me. Like, hey, instead of using that silver chain or whatever it is, like the metal chain, let's use this volcanic one instead. Because the silver one like really conducts from me and I could feel the effects of it. So this volcano one's like more like mineral and stone versus like metal, like refined metal. So the decoupling of electrons should be like a lot less with this one. But anyway, we'll see. I love you guys so much. My name is Mikey. And if you have a question, write it in the comments. And the beautiful, amazing, stupendous, wonderful, vivacious, delicious, short Sasha will answer or will read your question out to me, and I'll get to that. Remember, it's not about getting your question answers. It's about exposing yourself through your question to really see where we're even coming from. And that's greater knowledge than just having a question answered. That's how I got here. That's how I don't, actually, I'm light on you guys. If you guys ever see me as intense, right? Because I'm pretty intense a lot of times. I'm definitely an intense. I'm not a soft, bent over, limp wristed guy. I'm a very like strong, very dominant, masculine man, but I'm not overbearing and trying to control people. I don't care about controlling people. I focus on how can I make myself more aware so I can live the fullness of this life. But how I am towards you guys, I'm light on y'all because I go 10 times more intense in my own mind. Like the intensity I share here on camera is like nothing. I'm being nice to you. I'm being like easy on you guys because how I am in my head, it's a freaking, I'm a soldier, bro. I'm like on it. I'm like a detective. I'm like a sniper scoping out, okay, where we going, and I'm on my mission. So yeah, just know that I'm a lot easier on you guys than I am myself because I want this. I want this. I want this. I am committed. I want this. I want this. I want to know. I only have so many days on earth. So like while I'm here, let's make the most of it. I'm not here to freaking play patty cake. I'm here to understand reality and grasp it in my hands and my mind. So yeah, let's go. What do you guys got? If you have a question, go ahead and ask.
So this is so funny. I love this. Linda said, "Hi, Mikey. Good to see you again." Hybrid Mechanic said, "What's up, Mikey? Thanks for your energy, bro."
Let's go,
Heck yeah,
bro. Oh, guess what? You remember that guy yesterday on the live who was like, I don't want to come. Like he was like resisting coming like 100 feet up the driveway or whatever. It's like 200-300 feet or whatever. It's like we're around the corner. We finally got his ass to come. I'm like, nah, bro, you want to come here, man. And when he came, you know what his excuse was? He's like, I've never been to this part of the neighborhood. I'm scared. This is like a 40-something-year-old man, maybe even 50. But he's like, I'm scared because he was calling the people because like somebody bought a bunch of living powder from us, right? They're like, huge order. And we're getting the packaging to be able to ship out and everything else. So we ordered a bunch of packaging of like new packaging because we already ran out of our like previous stock and everything else. So we had like have to make a whole nother like batch and everything else. So we bought a bunch of living powder packets to ship. Well, we got it delivered to us, and the guy wouldn't come around the corner because he said he was scared to come here, which is exactly what I was saying in the last live. Like men are just like weak and not standing up. And so check this out. I love you guys so much. This is awesome. He's like, hey, you come to me. But by the way, remember his job is a delivery man. So if he doesn't deliver it here, he's not doing your one job is to deliver the package, bro. Not to meet you halfway. There's not like a negotiation. I don't negotiate with terrorists. Could hold my package up. But anyway, he's like, hey, I've never been to this part of town before, which this is a freaking beautiful, nice house. Like, it's like probably the safest out of all the places. But he's like, I'm scared because I've never been here before. Was his excuse. Grown man. So he's like, hey, come meet me. And then Sasha logically thought about it, and she's like, you're a grown man and you're saying you're scared and you want a little girl to walk to come meet you? Like, you're scared and you're saying you don't know this place, it might be dangerous. So you want a little girl
You're
to come
talking
do it,
to a woman. Come on now.
to do it for you, to come meet you because you're a grown man who's scared. I'm saying, like, I respect women more than I do men a lot of times. I love my bros and everything else, but I'm saying, like, this world is becoming more incompetent. So happy to be a man, happy to be strong, happy to be here today, happy to be with you guys. I love y'all so much. So, like, I am giving you the encouragement and the ability to rise up as a man. And if you're a woman, I'm giving you the strength to be confident in yourself as a human and then, like, live to a higher degree. Let the world fade, let the world fall, let the world wither. We're going to live and thrive. Let's go.
And also, Charles said, it's becoming so obvious to me as I observe it, you are demonstrating a new frontier and evolutionary path for humanity.
Let's do it, man. Like, cause is this Charles?
Yep.
What's up, my bro? I love you so much, man. I'm excited. We're gonna have a conversation tomorrow. So Charles is gonna be here, so make sure to catch it tomorrow. But I don't know what else to do, guys. Like, everything else seems boring to me. Probably because I've already done everything, you know? I've had most of my fantasies fulfilled. The only thing I haven't done is be with a pregnant girl. Now I'm kind of like, I don't know if I want that. Think of like the fluids in the I don't know if I want to be with a pregnant girl anymore. And I haven't been with twins either, but I kind of already been with a lot. A lot of my fantasies were with girls, but I've already like skydived and like river rafting and like when the rapids and climbed the highest mountains and been in caves and valleys and secret exotic foods. I've already done all this stuff. So it's like, there's not much to do except live to the highest degree of reality, because that's the spice, that's the exoticism. That's what's exotic about life, is not the activity or some man-made thing, but like the information that no one else knows and living in it and then being the example of it. Now, if I said all this crap, if I just said crap, I didn't have the results, it'd be stupid, it'd be dumb. But the fact that I'm here and I got this information, I grasp it and I applied it, and I have the results of it in my body, in my health, and my wealth, and everything else. Is like, well, it's undeniable. And because I need to do actions to get the result, shows that this is a higher degree, because you engage something else in reality, and when you embrace this, the results come. So that's why I'm always here with my shirt off, or this or that. I'm with my shirt off because shirts are bad. Clothes are bad for you, very bad for you. They suffocate your skin, they take your sebum, they just destroy you. Like, they kill your charge. They just clothes, you know. But there is a higher dimensionality of life, and it is time, and this is the time to do it. Like, I'm glad I can be the one to usher it in. I feel very honored. I feel very great. I was out at the Temple Mound the other day, and I showed up, and there were just people gathered around me. There were just people gathered. I rung a bell, and this huge crowd started just gathering around me. And the cops, the police had to come out to like, to disperse the people, because people started gathering around me. And then as I was walking around the mountain, somebody's like, "You're the Buddha, you're the Buddha, you're the Buddha, you're the Buddha, you're the." I'm like, okay, cool, thank you. There's other foreigners there. I don't see them calling them the Buddha, but like, there's something happening, and there's an energy that I'm engaging in that people can recognize it. People see it. So it's definitely time to rise up. It's definitely time to go into a different dimensionality of reality. And if that's not you, I don't care. I'm not about to go out of my way to try to save somebody in a way that doesn't want it. Okay. I do not care. I'm for the people who want it. If you're not willing, if you're not dedicated to yourself, my eyes are no, I don't even give you my attention. I don't give you my time. I don't have time for people who aren't even dedicated to themselves. I'm not going to dedicate myself to you if you're not dedicated to yourself. So for the people who are dedicated, who are willing to go in, let's go, because the time is now. It's happening. There's nothing you need to buy, there's nothing you need to do, but there's something you need to embrace, which is the fullness of reality. It takes all the energy of this realm to truly see it. I spend a lot of energy processing reality. I'm not your normal person. It's like, isn't that funny? Isn't that cool? I'm looking to the greatest degree, and my eyes are like hands. When my eyes go out, they grab and they pull in. Same thing with my ears. My ears are like, I'm hearing, I'm going out and I'm pulling it in. My smell, same thing. I'm pulling it in, and I'm feeding on everything in the reality. That's why it's stupid to fast. You don't want to fast. You actually want to do the opposite. You want to eat everything, and it increases your cognition. So anyway, what we got, Sash?
Yeah. So Antonella
Antonella.
on Facebook.
Antonella?
I think this is somebody else. Not
Okay, I was with
somebody else.
Antonella in South America. Man, she was the one who introduced. Wait, who? Let me see before I tell the story. Where is that her?
Uh-huh.
Okay, let me see. Hold on, wait. Okay, no, it's not her. Okay, I just making sure before I share this. So even if it was, I wouldn't be ashamed, but I don't know if she would want me to share that. If this is specifically her, because yeah, but she's the one who introduced me to spitting. When I got to South America, man, them South American girls like to spit like in your mouth. I'm like, I'm American. I'm from the U.S., so we don't do that. So when I went to South America, all these girls like we would make out and they like spit in your mouth. I'm like, what are you doing? She was the one who introduced me to that, but like it was a reoccurring event. Like girls in Ecuador and Peru and Argentina and like Paraguay, and I'm like, what's up with this spitting, man? These South American girls like this. Like I guess the llamas. I guess they got it from the llamas that are there. So the girls are just acting like the animals. I'm like, you're an animal, girl. They would spit in your mouth. Guess what? It was gross, but then it grew on me. Now that I came to Asia, I start spitting in girls' mouths. They're probably like, "What's going on?" I'm just passing down the tradition, you know. I'm showing you what I've been taught.
Funny.
It's actually cool in the end if you get a girl who's clean, because like so all the girls who are with me, they live on the guide, and I trust them. I trust them and their fluids and everything else. So I'll absorb their fluid. They're spitting and everything else. It's cool. But a girl out there who's putting on makeup and all this like chemicals and stuff like that, I'm like, that's why you have PCOS or PMOS now, because you have all these chemical compounds in your blood, in your fluids and everything else, and I can't trust you. So I can't, drink the fluids down there. Not the yellow stuff. That's stupid. Don't drink your urine, guys, but like, the juicy juice. I'm all for it. I'm all on board, man. I'm not a stingy guy. I'm actually going to say that, okay, I can probably say this, right? I'm going to be like incognito with it. I don't like, or I'm not much for a person going down when it comes to me, but I have more fun going down myself when I'm the person doing it. And I'm sure the ladies love that and they appreciate that a lot, because I'm all cool with it. I'm like, I haven't eaten in like 2 months. Give me that juice. I'm hungry. I need to eat, bro. Sis. All right, cool. What we got here? What did she say? Thanks, Antonella, for bringing back the memory. I totally forgot about that.
So she asked, do you mean envisioning along with having faith that what you envision becomes reality?
No,
and
not
she also asked, can you elaborate on faith and eliminating doubt?
Not necessarily like trying to envision stuff in reality. I like here's the thing. That's kind of like with the goals too. Like if you have a goal, you're already kind of trying to manipulate yourself. So I never really tried to envision anything to come into reality. Like I'm not trying to envision the world and put my vision onto reality. What I'm doing is keeping myself open to what reality actually is, so I can collaborate with it easier. Like I'm not going to try to make the ground, the sky, the clouds on the ground and the ground in the sky. Like I'm not trying to okay, I'm going to reorganize all of reality. I'm like, okay, well, how does this work? So I can cohabitate and collaborate with it and like unionize and stuff like that, like come together with reality. So that's what I do whenever I'm keeping myself. I don't really vision too much. I don't have a vision. And I'm a lot more successful when I don't have it. When I had the vision in the past and goals, and it was more stressful, it took a lot of energy from me. Now that I just live, like I'm way more successful now than I've ever been in my entire life. It's just like I don't even have a vision or goals at all. I just rise and I stay aware all day. And then whenever I say come to faith, like at least believe for more, at least believe for good. That's what I'm saying. Don't defeat yourself. Don't reject or deny yourself like right off the gate. At least try, at least believe for your good, at least believe it can work, at least attempt to believe that this could be something. But if you have no faith, like, no, it can't happen, not like that, like you're already dead. Like that's a dead person. Okay, well then what do you have? People will tell you their doubts, but I'm like, okay, cool. What do you believe? They can't even tell you what they believe, which means they are the fulfillment of nothing because they don't believe shit. Yeah, you doubt all day, like, well, I don't believe this. Well then what? Then what? You get nothing from saying what you don't believe. So you never hear me talk about what I don't believe. I'm always talking about where I'm going, like what I'm doing and the power of it and everything else. And I stay on like, yo, this is what it seems to be. But I'm not saying like, well, that kind of is that doubtful. I don't really believe anything is not possible. So I don't really have a non-belief. I just more so see like, hey, what's the different spectrums of efficiency and ability? Because I could believe anything, because I believe anything's possible. But what's the benefit in believing this? Well, this is lower in a sense, or like less, and this is higher. So I'm going to believe for the highest thing. I could believe for this, and I could put my faith towards it, and I could probably create it and manifest and everything else, but like, it's not all that great. Instead, let me take everything I have, and I'll believe in the highest thing, or go towards the highest thing in there, and I'll stay there. And all this stuff might be right as well. But if it's not the highest thing, that's why I say, like, you can work out, you can fast, you can diet, and there are some results to it. It's just a lower way. It's not as powerful. So I don't waste my time with that stuff. That's why I call it stupid, because in comparison to what the highest thing is, this is all retarded. Why would you do that if you could just do this? Why would I get liposuction when I can just become so induced in divine energy that my body naturally reformulates my fat? Divine reformation, liposuction. You see, now when you put them in, when you compare and contrast, you see that liposuction is actually pretty stupid. When I can access the power of divinity as a god, why would I stick a vacuum tube in my skin, poke my skin, and go under anesthesia and all this other stuff to do? Like, that's stupid. If you don't know this, I'm like, well, it's probably the only way. Well, it's either that or work out and get fit. Like, well, my friend got liposuction and she looks really good now. Like, it makes sense on that level. So on that level, it's not stupid, because stupidity is from what you know. If you don't know, you can't compare. It's not stupid. It's only stupid because the person is ignorant of something greater. But when you understand something greater, and then you look back at this, you're like, oh, this is moronic. This is idiotic. So it's completely dependent upon what you're even aware of. When you have that, you can operate in this higher state, and you can find out these things aren't even worthy to put your faith in or even believe. So I don't even waste my time on those things. That's what I mean by the whole scope of it.
And Antonella said that she's from Australia. She's Italian Australian. So
Cool. I didn't ask, but thanks. I appreciate it.
No, but she also asked, so how do you start being this way?
Just do what I do. Like, get the guide, join the Discord. Nah, let's go back here. Get the guide, join the Discord. Listen to my videos, apply what you can do immediately. Like, whatever I tell you that, like, okay, cool, I can start doing this now, do it. Moving toxins, everything else. You just start. Like, you just start. Like, it's not even that hard. You just start. Get the guide, Mikeybreathes.com, go join the Discord, get in the community, listen, talk, see what's going on, compare, contrast, and just live it. Look at this. Oh, this is me. Oh, that makes sense. I'm like, look, I was also doing that. I was also doing that in this video. Like, well, no, this is right now. This is the live.
Yeah. So Charles also said, the more I expose myself, the more fear and ignorance dissolves from my life. Thank you for leading the way, brother.
100%, man. I love you so much. So, like, I visited some temples here and some places and everything throughout Asia and everything. And there's these demons. You know, in the Western world, we're like little bitchs. We're so scared of demons. We claim God to be great, but we're so fearful of demons and Satan. Like, we're just like wimps and like, oh my God, like everything satanic. Ah. They end up like worshiping it through their fear. But when you see demons here in Asia, demons mean something completely different. Demons mean like the destruction of foolishness and stupidity. So the demons show up to correct and kill off through the foolishness and the stupidity in humans. That's why demons show up. So when we have this fear, when we have this foolishness, like, life will come and like it'll try to burn that stuff up within us once we actually see what it is. That's what I do with the guide. I expose these things to you so you even know what's inside of you, so you even know why you're doing what you want to do. So A lot of people, they come to me and they're like, Mikey, I want this. And they don't know, but this is held up and suspended by all the things around them, their fears, their worries, their doubts, their insecurities, their unbelief, all this other stuff. So instead of like saying this, I show them like, hey, well, you need to see and look at all of this. And then they look at it and like, wow, I didn't even know that was holding it up. And now their desire for that thing even dissolves because they see that their motivations and their intentions of it wasn't even from them or from a source of life. So as I expose these things, it dissolves, and what's left is what remains, and whatever remains is life itself. And they partake and embark in that, and they end up getting more vitality and more wealth and exuberance and riches and glory and power. Because if it can be destroyed, then it's not worth it. But if it can't be destroyed, then like it is what it is. This is why a lot of spiritual people, like they have, all they have is falsity, because for one, it can't even be proven. If it can't be proven, it can't even be tested. But you start dissolving their identity and their like mind, their mind frame and everything else. And if a person's willing, you can dissolve all that stuff, and whatever remains, that's what you live off of. But if it can be easily destroyed, why even partake in it? Like I said, I can believe in all these things, but it's not the highest. So why even waste time with stuff that's not the highest? If it can be broken or dissolved or destroyed or fractured or anything else, break it and then get rid of it. Break it and get rid of it. Break it and get rid of it. Break it and get rid of it. And that's why I do a lot in my own life. That's why I'm like so established, because I embrace my fear. I admit where I'm a coward. I admit where I'm stupid. I admit where I'm ignorant. I admit where I'm fearful, and I embrace it head on. Instead of like, oh, okay, I'm fearful of that, or not even like trying to avoid or dodge it or whatever, like me trying to do this, I'll actually find out where am I fearful, and I won't go jump gung-ho all the way in, but I'll approach it. And as I approach it, it exposes me more, and I get to see myself through the process. So I know myself because of that. I haven't gone through every single fear. I'm sure there's a lot of things out there that would just destroy me mentally if I was to be thrown into that thing. Like a den of tigers, like probably freak me out. If I was thrown into a den of lions or tigers or whatever, I'm not saying I'd be Mr. Macho or something like that. My heart would race. I'd probably release some fear hormones throughout me, and I'd probably be sweating because I'm like, oh man, what's going on? But I slowly and methodically approach the things that are relevant in my life, because there are no tigers here that I see, but there are environmental fears here, and I approach them slowly, and it exposes myself. And once I expose to it, I can see it for what it is. I can destroy it and dissolve it. Once it's dissolved, there's no more fear left, so I can get that energy back for myself. And that's what I live off of. People want to go like me and live 300 days without eating, but they won't even acknowledge their own lies to themselves. You can't get here if you're not doing this. You have to expose your own lies and your own BS, because it's robbing your energy. How can you go 300 days without eating if your energy is being wasted on your own delusion? You can't. It robs so much energy, your own fear and everything else. So you have to be completely cleared from your lies on the inside, established on what's actual, and then live from that. And you get to save all this energy, and then you can start living this greater way, which the greater way is not even about not eating. So to live this way and go 303 days without eating, you cannot make it about not eating. If that's where your pride is, you guys understand the word ego. I don't think ego is real, but I think people are ignorant, and I wouldn't consider ego a real thing. Like whenever people say ego, like I'll use it sometimes just because people connect with that word, but I don't believe in the ego. I don't believe ego is even, I think it's a fabricated word to manipulate men, like people, men and women, and make them feel guilty and ashamed. Because there is no ego. You're just being the person that you are, and that's who you are. That's not even the ego. This is, hey, I'm just being this person, even if I try to be like somebody else. But using their words, right? If you're trying to do this so you don't eat and living from that ego, then it's going to sap your energy. You're not going to do it. You can't sustain in it. It won't be consistent. You have varying results. It won't be consistent results.
Excuse me. And then Hybrid Mechanics said, Mikey, could you please elaborate a bit more on what you mentioned on eating and embracing food to not depend on it? I'm just trying to
I never said
understand
not
it
depend on
right.
food. I've never said not depend on food. That's stupid. That is, I'm not calling you stupid, but I'm saying you're putting words in my mouth. I've never said I've never said in my life to not depend on food. That's stupid. That's an idiot person who thinks that. God gave us fruitful plants and animals and trees. Like chickens can have infinite eggs. Even ducks lay infinite eggs. So we can always eat infinitely. So we can have something. So for us to be like, I'm not going to be dependent upon, like, that's stupid. That's an idiot person there. They're denying reality. And that's not me. I'm gonna burn that stupidity up quick, because I never said that, nor am I that, nor do I believe that, nor do I even approach that, nor do I ever promote that. You need to eat food. Eating food is great. It is a blessing. That's why God gave you a mouth. You are made of the food that you ate. You are a material person made of solid matter. So you are supposed to consume solid things to stay existing in reality. To not eat food is stupid. I don't not eat food. I eat food all the time, but I'm so efficient that I'm just not as hungry. So when I go these long periods of time of without eating, it's not because I'm not trying to not eat, or I'm trying to not eat. Is that I'm so efficient, I'm just not hungry yet. But if I was hungry right now, I'd be like, okay, cool, I'm gonna eat. I'm just not. I feel great. I feel good. My cognition's through the roof and everything else. So that's not me. I'm not that insecure person out there trying to preach to you like, okay, to become spiritual, you need to get off of food because America eats too much and you need to become like non-dependent upon food. You need to be a breatharian. I'm not a breatharian. I don't fast. I think it's all stupid. I think it's all insecure people who hate themselves so much they'll literally reject the goodness that God gave them. That's an idiot. Screw that. Give me all the blessing that God has. I want all the food. I want all the variations. I want all the drinks and the foods and the travels and this. God, give me everything you got. Forget these ungrateful people who want to push the plate away. I want everything that's here in this realm. I want to absorb it all. I want to take it in. It's just that I've done that for so long and I'm so full, I'm not as hungry right now. So if I did eat, I'd probably just poop it out because I don't even need it. So I would never say become dependent off of food. It's stupid. Those people are stupid. It's dumb. It's a dumb mentality. God gave you the blessing. I'd be like, well, I know I'm not supposed to breathe. And I do believe that possibly one day I won't have to breathe as much. But I'm not trying to not breathe. I'm not trying to like test myself so I don't breathe. But it'd be like, God gave me so much air, so much oxygen, and I'm choosing not to breathe. Like, no, I'm going to not breathe because I'm going to become independent of air. What's that person? That person is so distorted in their mind. They're so backwards. They're not even embracing the blessings. They're denying it. And that's why those people struggle, because their life is so backwards. They're denying the very gift that God gave us. And that's why they die. That's why they shrivel up. That's why they don't even see what life is. They're always struggling. That's not me. That's why I don't struggle. I receive all the good. When it rains, it rains. I was outside yesterday playing in the rain. I breathe all the air I can. I eat as much as I can. And when I'm not hungry, I don't eat as much. So what? Muscular? Yeah, thank you. So yeah, that's not me, man. You need everything. You need vitamin A through mineral zinc. That's what you're made of. And if you don't eat it, you'll get sick. You'll be more prone to disease and sicknesses and hormonal issues. You need to eat everything, dude.
He said, oh, okay, I understand. Thank you,
Watch my
Mikey.
videos, put them on repeat. I say this every freaking live. I'm not mad at you or anything like that. I'm just like, somebody needs to, your daddy wasn't daddy, so I'm gonna be daddy and just like put some like fire under y'all's butt because no one talked to you like this because they want your money. People can't talk like this if they want your money. They have to like nurture the client and make sure they put a smile on. So people, I don't care about your money. I don't, even if you guys never bought a guide from here on, I'm good for the rest of my life. Like I am already set. I've already found the keys to reality and everything else way back in the day. And I retired roughly in 2019. When I saw the code to the spirit and how this world operates, I'm like, bet. And I that was when I was done. I stopped working since then. And it's carried, and that was 2019. I'm still here. Bigger, better places. Like I look younger. I've only gone up since then. So because I'm not attached to you buying something from me or giving me something, I can say the truth to you. Unfiltered, unpampered, unsugar-coated. I expose myself. I don't even need other people to expose me. Oh, that Mikey, dude, he's so hard. He's a jerk. He's an a. He's a this. Because I can be real. Because the real is what heals, but the fake keeps you sick. So when someone puts a smile on you, like, oh, we'll take care of you. The doctor, whoever it is, whoever, the influencer, whoever, you stay sick. You stay blind and dumb. But when I say these words, they're like, shocked. Whoa, no one's talking to me like that. And it wakes you up. You're like, oh, whoa. Oh, what am I doing? What was I thinking? And that's when you start to live. Because I'm not attached to any results. Like we were talking about earlier, right? Like the goal, like not having goals or a vision or anything like that. I'm not even attached to results. I have no goal. My purpose and my focus is to be exponentially compounded everything that I am. So as long as I'm doing that, I'm winning. I'm winning. I'm doing the thing. I'm doing the goal. But if my goal was ever to try to get money from people or be successful in business or whatever, I'd have to manipulate myself to become something and formulate myself into whatever would draw that result. And that's fake. And fake keeps people dead. I don't need anything from you. I don't need results. I don't need some result to come to me, especially from an external source. I'm the source myself, so I compound myself on myself, and I'm able to speak to you exactly how it is. This is exactly what I would say. This is unfiltered, unscripted. This is exactly what I would say whenever you come to me with whatever you're saying. And this is what opens your eyes. And that's why you see. That's why when people watch my lives, they're actually open to what life is. I could string you along like some spiritual influencer, like, okay, well, this is the power of manifestation. That you're going to go and be a practitioner of the affirmations, of the declarations, of the proclamations, of the. And like, okay, well, that was the last season. Now we're in the age of Aquarius, so it's a new thing this week. I don't need to string you along. You're gonna get results right here, right now. There's people who watch my lives and they have results while they're watching the lives because we're direct for it. We're right to it. I'm not stringing anybody along. It's what it is. That's why you said this, so I could say this, so you can see this. And that stuff hurts, especially if you're not ready for it. So it's like, oh my God, it's uncomfortable sometimes. But that's how you grow. You think I got here by being just comfortable? No, I witnessed the uncomfortable things and I set myself upon it, and then it derived the results. Very powerful stuff. That's why I say put these lives on repeat. I don't monetize them. So there should be no ads, no commercials, nothing like that. So you can just listen to it uninterrupted. They're very powerful. All right.
And Golden Trader AI said, I don't even know why I'm watching this, but is an answer. I'm just trying to figure out the question. Thank you for showing us your human experience. Keep going, brother.
You're watching this because you're hearing life for the first time. Maybe not for the first time, but like you're hearing life. You don't know me. You probably don't even care about losing weight really or health stuff. So then why are you, there's a specific energy. Everybody's looking for life. That's why men are attracted to women, women are attracted to men, and all this other stuff. And like because we're looking for the life and stuff. When women put makeup on, it's to exemplify vitality. It's to look more alive. Unless you're a goth girl, then you're your own genre. But if you catch what I'm saying, like everything, like the muscles, dudes with muscles, women with makeups and butts, like they're doing that to look more alive because when you're alive, you're more fertile. So that's why they do fertile type of activities, like making the butt bigger, the boobs, to try to imitate artificially, by the way. It's not real that they're imitating. Even if they work out to get a butt, it's not real. It's not real. It's not real. To imitate what life actually is. That's why all this is happening. That's why when you look out in the world, everything's trying to imitate life, or everything's trying to express life, and everything that we're attracted to is in connection with what life is, or at least the visuality of it. That's even a word, the visuality. I like that. I'm going to use it either way. But we can't be deceived because they can put the makeup on or the boobs and whatever else. And you find out, oh, it's a dude. Oh, you got a dong. That's what I'm saying. It could be very tricky, deceiving. It could be lies. When you remove all that stuff, what are you and what are you expressing? That's how you know if you're going towards life or death. When you take the makeup off, do you look sick? Do you look tired? How's your skin? Skin pigmentation, this and that. Okay, you can have big boobs and a big butt, but like, how's your periods? Are they irregular? Have they stopped altogether? Are you infertile? That doesn't lie. Your boobs can lie, your butt can lie, but your menstrual cycle will not. That's why none of the girls here wear makeup. None of them have plastic surgery. None of them got butt jobs or boob jobs or try to work their butt out to get a little bit bigger, because it's not about the artificial expression of life. It's about when I go inside of myself, what's actually happening so I can live in the fullness of this reality. And I also express that. And when I express that, your soul sees it like, whoa, why am I here? Something's up. Okay. It's not even about what I'm saying. It's about the energy that is expressed behind what I'm saying. And that's what draws people in. That's why I got the followers. That's why we got the views. That's why I'm here. I'm usually, when I'm invited on a person's podcast, I'm usually the most, like two things. Usually, not always, but usually the most viewed podcast on that person's channel and the most requested guest to return. Hey, bring that guy back on, bring him back on, bring him back on, bring him back on. Because people, some of them for the first time are witnessing life and they're like, I need more of that. Because you tried all this fake stuff, this artificial dye, color, food, this, that, person, lashes, hair, makeup, cologne, perfume. Perfume's fake. It's not even your real smell. The dye, the moisturizer is fake. It's not even your own sebum. The contact's fake. It's not even your own eyes. All this, they partaken of it and it leaves you empty. Like it looks good, but then you go and do it and you're still empty. That's why people are depressed and want to end their own lives. It's because they keep getting tricked, and that's why they hate life. Because they think this is life over here, the fake stuff, and they go into it like, all right, I'm going to life, and they get it, and they're disappointed. Because it's not life. Not because the person lied or they cheated or they stole or this or that, but because it's not life. And now they take that burden on themselves and they don't even like what they think life is because they've never actually experienced real life. They've only experienced the fake. But when people experience me, this what you see is what you get, homie. I am what I am. This is my story. This is what it is. If you like me, cool. If not, I'm going to give you what I am. So they're seeing the life that's coming from me because I don't lie to myself to the best degree possible. I embrace every part about myself. I don't believe in the shadow self. I believe that's some sort of weak manipulation for people to try to like justify their own stupidity. You just are who you are in every single way. And there's parts that you're ignorant of and there's parts that you're aware of, right? It's just you. I don't believe in a shadow self or a dark self or a light self or a higher, all that stuff's stupid. I'm just here. I'm either paying attention or I'm not. And when you pay attention, you can see what life is. You can embrace it. When you embrace it, you embody it. When you embody it, you exemplify it. When you exemplify it, now you're like, I don't even know why I'm here, but I'm listening to this guy because I'm exemplifying something that your soul can attest to. No script, bro. I've seen it hundreds, if not thousands of times. Welcome to real life.
And then Uchia said, hey, brother,
Yo.
nothing is going right in my life. I saw my peak. Now I don't know. Everything just went away. Life feels
That's dumb. That's dumb. That's dumb. That's dumb. I'm going to help you right now, right? You've never seen your peak. You only know what the peak looks like. You can only compare to what you've seen before. That's not even a peak. That's just like, that's like a poke. It's like a little, it's not even a peak. It's not Everest. That's like a little dirt mound. You even know what your peak is, bro. But if you keep talking like this, then you'll keep experiencing it and you're keeping yourself as a prisoner in your experience right now by what you're saying just to confirm it. Speak where you're going. Man, I reached the high point, but I'm going even higher. You reach that high point, man, this is great, but I'm going even more. Start speaking into what you want to experience. You probably hit something good, but then you were fearful of like sustaining it or how long will this good thing last? And then you talk yourself out of it, self-sabotage, and that's why you don't have it because you feel more comfortable not having the thing because there's no accountability or responsibility. And it's easy to stay in this because you're familiar with not having it. But you're only here to attest to yourself how much you don't know of yourself, because when you know of yourself, you can easily sustain this thing that you had before and even beyond. But yourself is trying to tell yourself, hey, this is your wake-up call to get to know yourself so you can become the man or the woman, the person that you are that can sustain these results. You're crying out to yourself. That's why you don't have it anymore. Not because you fell and oh my God, is this? But because it's trying to show you, hey, dummy, wake up. Start paying attention in here so we can become stronger. You had it once, you definitely have it again. The second time's gonna be better than the first. But you gotta know yourself. All right, was there more to their question?
So yeah, it says, just went away. Life feels it's only meant for hardship.
It's dumb. That's why I'm not Buddhist, because all these Buddhist people only believe in suffering. Oh, suffering, suffering, suffering. That's dumb. If you believe in suffering, then you'll see more suffering. Life is whatever you put your attention to. I think, therefore I am. Like, as man thinketh in his heart, so is he. So yeah, if you believe the hardship, that's exactly what you're going to get. Life loves you so much. Like what's their name?
Uchiha.
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 Uchiha. Hoya Uchiha. I don't even know where you're
Saying it
from.
wrong.
Who cares? It's about the mindset. It's about your perception of it. If you believe in hardships, then your mind's going to be looking for hardships, okay? And you make it hard on yourself. But that's you doing it to yourself, and you think it's a problem because you're unaware that you're the one doing it to yourself. You're the one causing the loop, the chaos, the vicious cycle because of your own unawareness and your own stupidity. Stop, take a beat, take a breath, look at what's going on and see how you are perpetuating this, how you're feeding into it. And then you'll see where your conduit that feeds into this thing is, and you can take it back, you get the energy, and now you can see another way, another passage. It's so easy. 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 It's good. You want to say hard stuff? No, it's so easy. Oh, what's so hard? No, it's not. It's so easy. So easy. So easy. I told you, I gave you the approval to say it's easy. It's easy. It's easy. It's easy. It's easy. It's easy. I grew up in extreme poverty. I was molested as a kid. I don't know my parents, and so I'm technically an orphan. I didn't have any money to go to school, like college and university growing up. I was the only brown, not the only, but I grew up in a primarily Caucasian, area later on in life. And I was the only brown kid there. Again, not the only, but like there was like a hand, like 2 or 3 or something like that. Everyone's white. I'm not white. And this and that and that and this and this and that. So like poverty, molestation, not knowing my parents, orphans, all this stuff. And I'm telling you, it's so easy. I have way more struggle than you, and it's easy. What are you talking about, bro? Those made me stronger. Oh, it's so hard. No, it's not. It's easy. Molested at 6. It's easy, bro. Abandoned by my parents at 4. It's easy, bro. Almost drowned for my grandma's boyfriend. He's 60, or I think he was like 50 something. And I was 6. He's drunk and he almost killed me in the backyard in the pool, holding my head underwater. It's easy, bro. The outcast of my city and my town, because not many people are like black or brown or whatever. Everyone's white. It's easy, bro. Have no money to be successful in life. It's easy, bro. Take your wrist and get the limp out of them and put some freaking vigor and stand up for yourself. Raise your freaking hands. Be a human, whether you're a man or a woman, and take the power inside of you and apply it to reality. Quit beating yourself up with your words. It's easy, bro. What excuse do you have? I bet you I got you. I was the only kid when I went to one of my first neighborhoods. I was one of the only kids who spoke English in my neighborhood. I'm from America. I'm American, bro. I'm from the USA. And I was so poor that no one in my neighborhood, like the kids, spoke English. All the other 6-year-olds and 5-year-olds and 10-year-olds and stuff like that, they spoke Spanish. So I grew up in a neighborhood and I even be able to communicate with my own peers, the kids in there. So I grew up alone, no parents, no brothers, no sisters, no friends. At 6 years old. At 6 years old, bro. Shut up, get up, and take the energy you have and go make your life great. You see me whining and complaining like, oh, it's so hard out there. This is like, I had every reason to give up or take my own life or end it or not be where I am. There's nothing that you went through that even compares. So take the energy you have that you've been given from this beautiful source, God, whoever you want to worship, that was put into this realm so we can breathe in energy. Guess what air is? It's energy. Everything's energy. So you can drink energy, the liquids. So you can eat energy, the food. and use the beautiful, precious energy the source put in this realm to make an exemplary life that would glorify the one that made all this stuff. You beating on yourself doesn't do anything.
So they have another question. They said, "What
Was
is?"
was there a question in the first one?
No, they just made a statement.
Yeah, you're just bitch, and it wasn't even a question. I'm like, wah. All right, what's their question? What's their actual question now?
Now their question is, what is life? What is reality? Is it truth only for you or me? What's
Hey,
the
get
real
it, hey,
reality?
yo, bro, you're too much in your sorrows to start thinking about big concepts like that. Shut up, get up, and go out and do something that you know is good. Be successful. Take care of your family. Go make money. Get in what it doesn't. You're trying to grasp your head around life, and you're like, I peaked a while ago. You think you would be able to grasp this when you can't even get over your own mind of like peaking? Like, quit. You're gonna sabotage yourself. What is? Do the basics. Take care of yourself. Brush your teeth. Clean your butt. Take a shower. Do something good for yourself. Go outside, ground, go into nature, breathe. Quit worrying about what is life. Because whether you know it or not, it's going to be here either way. So you can come to that later. Right now, you're worried and crying about peaking when you haven't even peaked. Take care of the small stuff first and get your life set on a direction that's leading towards an exemplary life that people would want to also live with you and be joyous of because you're having the victory and success. And then when you get enough resources and free energy and free time, then you can look and be like, you know what? What is life? But until then, like, bro, you're whining about peaking the other month or whenever. Quit distracting yourself with that stupid question. Not that you're stupid or the question's stupid, but you're doing stupid stuff to yourself because you need to be focused right here, but you're trying to like, no, I need to focus on me. What is life? Is it real for you, but not for, who cares if it's real for me or not? Who cares? You still got to wake up tomorrow and do all the stuff. Who cares? Why you're already trying to negate yourself and your own effectiveness by saying, well, is it real for you and not for me? And reality is this. This is a distraction. This life and those questions. Take care of yourself. And when you do, things will be much more clear. Plus, read the philosophy portion in the guide. It tells you what life is. It's like very direct. And it's real for everybody. Life that is life is real for everybody. All right, next.
He did say, I am distracted, don't know why. I know what to do, but I still
You're
am not
distracted
doing it.
because it's comfortable. You don't got to take any accountability. If you can just smoke cigarettes all day and ponder what is life, you don't have to do anything. No, I'm still trying to figure out this life equation. And you could justify it by your own distractions. You distract yourself because you're not taking any action, but you feel like you're doing something by even, but the life question is so big. I need to know it. It's a really important question. When you were 1 and 2 years old and 3 years old, you didn't know what life was, but yet you were still alive. So obviously the question can wait to be answered because you're still alive either way. So it's not that important. You're distracted because you were doing it to yourself because you don't take any accountability or any action if you ask yourself these big questions. You're doing it to yourself because it's comfortable. Get uncomfortable, go out there and do something new and quit getting caught in things that are universal cosmic matters that don't have to be answered right now by a simple human mind. Can you brush your teeth? Yes. Can you take a shower? Yes. Can you go to sleep on time? Yes. Can you be responsible? Yes. Can you be accountable? Yes. Can you be dependent upon? Yes. Then go do that. Because if you can't even do that, who cares what life is? You're failing in it. But if you can be responsible, accountable, if you can show up, be on time, and do that stuff, life will reward you anyway, and it'll start to show its face the more you're that. Wisdom gives itself over to the accountable person, but to the fool, it hides its face forever. All right. Next.
Awesome. So full of energy.
Mikey mindset. Can you give me some more?
Full of energy asked, do you not usually think about your day-to-day life, or are you just present without thinking?
I have like a direction of where I'm going. Like I'm about to go to China, which I'm super excited about that. That dragon energy, baby. I'm gonna be dragging in China, man. Woo! China's gonna be amazing, dude. So I already kind of know where I'm going, and I kind of already know what I'm doing and why I'm here. So I'm here to absorb the world. Oh, there we go. From Full of Energy 369, do you not usually think about your day-to-day life? Are you just present without thinking? That's cool. In real time, huh? Real time, Mikey. Yeah.
Heck yeah.
But yeah. So I already have an idea why I'm here, and I fulfill that purpose. So it's not like, okay, I have no idea what's going on. What's my name? Hey, who are you? Oh, okay. Well, who is this person behind me? Like, what do we? No, I know what's going on. I'm very aware of what's going on, and I'm here for a purpose to collect all the energy I can from the air, from the ground, from the land, from the people, from the monuments, from the statues, from everything, so I can expand my mind. I have a mission. I have a purpose. So I'm not just floating around all day. I'm getting as much energy as I possibly can, so I can become more aware. So I very much have a purpose. So I'm not in a sense like abiding by a plan that, okay, the plan is, well, it's from, what time is it now, Sash? I don't even know what time it is. Probably like
2:13.
2:13. Oh, what a good time, huh? 213. Consecutive numbers, baby. So it's 2:13, right? I don't even know what time it is, but I'm not saying, okay, from 1 to 3, I'm gonna go live. So that way people can watch me. Okay, from 3 to this, I don't like, I know what I need to do. I have a Discord community. There's some people in my intensive monitoring program, evolutionary mastery, you know, community Discord questions. There's, those. Eventually, those people need to be answered. They need to be discussed. I probably need to answer some comments maybe on Facebook, on my like page, or like Instagram. So I kind of have a gist of what needs to go on. But my primary reason of even being here in Nepal is to get all the energy I possibly can and absorb it and expand my mind. So that way, when I answer these questions, it's like nobody else, and I become undeniable.
Hell yeah.
So I'm very much purposeful about every waking second. I'm not a floater. I actually have direction. It's the last one. Cool. Have you already responded to them? Are they coming tomorrow or something? Okay. Yeah, hit them up. So yeah, I'm very much with purpose, but I'm not planning. It's here. It's very in the presence. It's not just, oh, it's raining right now. It's cold. No, the presence that I am. Okay, where am I? I'm present. I'm in this room. What's going on? What's the topic? What's happening? Okay, how am I engaging with it? What's my influence or my implication on this very moment? And I see the correlation. It's more so like that.
So Hybrid Mechanic said, I get you, Mikey. I lost everything last year. I lost my younger sister about 3 months ago. Today's my birthday, and I'm sleeping in my car, and I'm here listening with a positive mindset. Thank you, bro.
Hey, I love you, man. My condolences to you about your sister. That's never, there in no world will that ever be cool. No world. So I commend you for being strong. I commend you for being here, and keep showing up for yourself, bro. Because everything you're experiencing right now at this point is a choice. You're choosing to sleep in your car. Be resourceful. Find a way out. Find a way into a better place. Where you even want to go? Like, what direction are you heading in? Why did you end up here? Why did you allow yourself to be here? It's not about positive mindset or positive. I don't believe, like, you never hear me talk about positive mindset. Ever. Oh, that's cool. You have them on the side. Yo, so Nick Fadlula.
Oh,
How much money to get Full of Energy? Mateo, hello, Mikey. Where can I ask you specific questions about the guide? Right here, bro. That's kind of cool. I didn't see it. That's cool.
And also the Discord if you really want in depth.
Yeah, Discord is the best place to ask questions.
That is cool. You can see the live.
Yeah, I can see the questions on the TV as they pop up. That's really cool. So I don't, like, you never hear me talk about positive mindset. Never. I don't believe in positivity. I don't believe in negativity. They're both just interpretations. So you never hear me talk about positivity. Oh, be positive, be never. Because it's not real. It's a delusion. There's simply what you're experiencing, and whatever label or interpretation you put on it is what you get from it. It's what you extract from it. So being positive, I believe, is a delusionment. Like you're going to go into delusion because you probably won't see it for what it actually is. You guys see your life like, hey, I can close this, Sush. It's raining outside.
What I was going to do. Thanks, Michael.
So the positivity doesn't do anything for you. Like it usually keeps a person trapped where they are. Like, yeah, you could get something, but like to see it for what it is. Don't see it in a positive way. See it for what it is. Like, what am I looking at? What is this? What's going on? Why? And once you see the thing for what it is, then you can like see what your options are out of it or like to the next scope or whatever. Don't keep a positive mindset. If you live in your car, get some fire under your ass and get the F out. You're living in your car, bro. Like I was homeless for like one day, like really homeless actually for like one real day. And I said, F this. F this. I was, in a sense, broke. I think I had like $60 to my name. And that's with Sasha too. So we were living out of the car. My car was broken. I had a automatic transmission.
94 Honda Accord.
Yeah. And the transmission was broken. So I had to manually shift from park into D1 to get the car to go, then D2, then D3 before I'd go into drive because my transmission was broken in my automatic transmission car. $60 to my name. Couldn't even rent a hotel. Not like at least one that was cleaner than my car. $60 hotel in America, bro, like in the city. Where we used to drive a Yukon. I'll pull up like Jimmy Neutron, okay? And my manual automatic transmission got a blast. That car was blasted, dude. And yeah, within less than 2 months, probably like a month and 10 days or something like that, I went from having $60 in my name, living out of my car, just one night. That's all I tolerated because it's all about the energy I put out. If you're in that position, you're just not putting out enough energy or the right energy or even understanding what's going on in your reality. That woke me up real quick. I'm like, F this. I don't have to be here. This is a choice. I'm choosing this. And within a month and a week, I made over $20,000, bought a brand new car, brand new off the lot, and I lived at the top of a high rise in the city. When just 40 days ago, broke, living out of my car, $60 in my name. So you better bet your ass in that 40 days, I put out a ton of energy, as much as you could possibly think. Like in that time, because every day is like a cell. It's like a, you have like human cells, battery cells, and stuff like that. In the cell or the frame of the day, I dumped every iota, every ounce of energy I could into every freaking day. And I made every day count. I put as much faith, as belief, as hope, as action, as diligence. And I opened up myself and I gave every single day my all. And within 40 days, I made over $20,000, brand new car, top of a high rise. So newest of the new car, bought like a RT shaker. So a Challenger, an RT shaker. So I had it was a scat pack. It was one of them, something like that. I think it was a scat pack. Yeah. So super cool sports car. Cause my old car was like a falling apart 94 Honda Accord. So from the 90s to a brand new muscle car, to living out of my old car, to the top of a high rise, like a penthouse in a sense, in the city. In a month and a half, or like less than a month and a half. It's all about energy. How much energy are you putting out? What are you doing with your energy? Where's your energy going? So I love you and condolences to your family member and everything else. But right now, the situation that you're experiencing is not about positive mindset. It's about you just not putting out energy. You're not just not putting out energy. You think I knew what to do? Like I was homeless because I didn't know what to do, but I didn't stay not knowing what to do. I quickly found out, what should I do to get out of this position? And all I needed was 40 days. And since then, I've always been up. Since that moment there, I've never gone back. Since that moment there, I'm like, F this. Never again. And I've stayed far away from that since then. So everything that you're experiencing right now, just like I was, is because you're choosing it. Understand your energy, understand where you're applying it, and give every day your full energy. Give it all. That's why you're alive. Love you, bro. It's not about positive mindset. It's about awareness.
Heck yeah. Which I thought this was cool. Free followers said, I feel good, brother. Thank you. I'm still watching the video every day. This is the
I
one who
love you.
got the divorce.
Oh, my dude, how's it
Free.
been? Tell me. This is free. Okay, yeah.
Yes, free. He said every heartbeat counts.
Every heartbeat counts.
And he said the power of letting go works and God will give me more.
You hear this person here? When they first came in, they were kind of like the other person. Oh man, my life, I peaked in this and now like, they came with that same energy, except it was a little bit like resentment towards another person. And I'm like, hey, watch this video every single day. Not like, bro, I'm up, life is good, I'm seeing it. Now he's dedicated, he's on it. He's like, dude, every heartbeat counts. How many times you hear a person say that? They're gonna make every single heartbeat count. They don't, because they're still like loose with their life. They just spill everywhere. Your heart's beating. What are you doing? Your heart is giving you another second to live. And what are you doing? Watching corn? Complaining about somebody else? Like, your heart's alive right now, keeping you. It's beating. And in that heartbeat, what do? Looked at memes? You mean your heart's working for you? Creating the biofield and circulating your blood and everything else so you can leave a hateful comment or resentment or this or that. Like, that's what your heartbeat was wasted on? Some bull crap like that? Make every single heartbeat count. Why is your heart even beating for you? Make your heartbeat thankful for what you're doing with the energy and the life that it gives you. Make every single heartbeat count. I'm proud of you, bro. You just started. We're not even in the full month yet, man. So again, at the end of this month, we're going to do a reassessment. We're going to go back. Hey, this is what you, when you started, where are you at now? What kind of assets do you have? What's going on? How's your money? How's your life? How's everything? We're going to come back to it. I love you, bro. I'm very proud of you.
He said, honestly, I feel better. I've let go. She can have the car. She can have everything. I've gone out for walks. I've trained. And now I'm going to work and make something of myself. Within a week, I've done a short book for Amazon KDP.
Well, there you go. That's what I'm talking about. Keep winning, bro.
Heck yeah.
And remember, time is the greatest tell of everything. You want something that stands through the test of time. That's what I am personally. Like, you see me from however long ago. I look better now than I did then. I'm wiser, I'm stronger, I have more of a glow. Everything in my life is better now than it was because my life is standing the test of time. So remember, it takes time. Time is our friend. Time is speaking on our behalf. It's sustaining us. It is supporting for us. It is attesting for us that this person is living to the highest degree. So with that being said, allow time to happen. It's not about a week. It's not about a month. It's not about a year. I've been in this specific life for like 10 years. And I'm just as excited today, right now in this moment, as the day I started. And I'm not doing it to try to get somewhere. I'm doing it because this is what is. And when you do it for what it is, you have all the success you could ever have. So again, it hasn't even been a month yet. In a month, we'll come back. We'll reassess. But I'm very proud of you, man. Keep it up. Be something, make something of yourself that your family would be proud of. Like, whoa, dad is a badass. I love you. I believe in you.
He said, me being cold and selfish was harming me more than anything. And when I let go, I can finally grow. All thanks to you, my friend.
I love you so much. Again, and who would want to be with that? You know, there's a little person here, right here. Yeah. Come on, you too. You can leave the knife over there, though. You think that these beautiful people here would want to be with me if I was some bitter, cold person? You think people would want to be around? No, dude, they would be far away from me because I'm warm and joyous and free and fun and all this stuff. They want to be around me. So that's your detection. People aren't bad. If they don't want to be around you, they're just telling you like, yo, you're not putting out loving energy. You're not putting out good energy. Like, I don't vibe with that. So whenever you start putting out the energy, the people will show up. You plant the garden, the butterflies will show. Proud of you, bro. All right.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, Hybrid Mechanic said, thank you so much, brother. Love you, Mikey.
Love you too. Love you too.
Okay. And then Brenda.
It's from the farm or the 5-0? Okay, today? Let's go.
Brenda asked, do you see a pattern where we stop using our own energy?
Well, you got to define what your own energy is. Like, what do you mean? It's too vague and you're going to confuse yourself with that question. You have to have the scope and the factors that you're applying to what you're acknowledging. If you just said something vague like your own energy, like what is that? Like, what is your own energy? What do you mean by that? Because like nothing is your own energy. Like you didn't make you. Your parents birthed you. They gave you your genes and your DNA. You don't even have your own energy. You ate to get energy. You drunk to get energy. You're breathing to get energy. So what do you mean your own energy? You're already not living off your own energy. So it's kind of like it's a self-defeating, invalidating statement question. Like you're not living off your own, and that's why I say it's stupid to fast, because the only reason you're here is because you're taking in this realm. So you're only here because you're taking in everything that's not already you. That's how you sustain yourself, by taking in what's not you. Vegans still eat plants. That plant wasn't them until they ate it. Animals still eat other animals. That animal wasn't them until they ate it. So in every single way, we are only us because we're taking in everything that's not us. And that's the only way to stay in this reality. The moment you stop taking in what's you, the oxygen and everything else, the food, the water, then you stop existing in this realm. So you have to intake what's not you to exist here.
And Bisho asked, not a disrespectful question. I'm interested in your answer. Do you seek perfection yourself? If so, do you believe that it can ever truly be
I'm already
attained?
perfect. I'm just learning how to exhibit it more. I'm already perfect. I'm already made. I'm already here. So I'm just trying to understand or scope out how I can allow it to flow through me and be completely symbiotic with it. I'm already perfect. You're already perfect. We are the spirit in us. I'm not trying to make sure that every little piece of glass on the chandelier or every little wire is perfectly in my environment. Yeah, I do want a nice environment. I make sure that my environments are beautiful, they're aesthetic, they're very pleasing to me. Like it's, being in a nice place that's like pleasing to you really uh, takes the stress off of you. Being in beautiful homes, like the fixtures have like a little gold trim on the door here and like this very good paneling and everything else like that. It's a very good colors. So I do try to make sure that everything is at least aesthetically pleasing as much as possible and in line and in order. And we never have to rush. Like, we're going to China, right? We already have everything ready for us. We already have assistants and maids and everything's already up. So by the time we get there, guess what? There's not any last minute surprises. And if there is, the majority of and the bulk of everything is already taken care of. So when we get there, it's like easy. I'm not a last minute type of guy. Like, so if you hit me up today, like, hey, let's go hang out and do what? I don't mind doing like, random stuff, but for the majority, I have a lot of stuff in my life already taken care of. So it's in order by the time I get there. So I can save that energy in allowing myself to be. So I come from a position that I'm already perfect and I'm allowing it to come through. And whenever I do, I express this even more. My hair is filling back in and my teeth are white, my muscles are huge and everything else. I stunted and suppressed my own perfection with my own doubts and my own fears, my own arrogance and everything else. But when I allow myself to be, there's no arrogance. I'm just saying what is. I'm not saying I'm great or I'm not great or whatever. I'm just allowing myself to be. And then that energy of the perfection flows through me to create me like this. Same thing for you. You got to be aware of it. It's an ongoing process.
I love it. Danny said, everyone is born perfect and complete. The human body is the highest form of technology on earth.
Sure. I think we have to like really define like what technology is, but yeah, it's an apparatus, it's a mechanism that, has functions and everything else, derivatives and everything else. But yeah. Are we born perfect? I don't think we're born perfectnesses. I think we have perfection in us. So I don't think our body is the perfect thing. I think the energy, the animation source of us, which is our soul, is perfect. So when we allow it to fully exude and be expressed through us, then it transforms our body into higher states of perfection. I've allowed this for myself. That's why my skin glows. I've let other people do this in the community, in the Discord. Now they're gaining muscles without working out and all this stuff is happening. Their skin's becoming more beautiful. Their eyes are becoming clearer. Here, throw up some testimonies real quick, Sash.
Yeah, sure.
Let me use the
Who
restroom.
would you like?
We'll start out with Patrick,
All right, Patrick.
and then we'll go to Renan and his eyes. So this is Patrick, allowing perfection to go through him. There was no working out. He gained over 15 pounds of muscles. Like what? Like look at this man. This is him before he met me, and this is him after. And all I did was teach him how to let perfection come through him. There was no supplements, there were no steroids, there's no working out, there's no exercises. Now you can like be mobile and like still move in the guide and stuff like that. Do sprints if you want to, but it's not like you had to do that as a requirement. Just live. And as you're living freely, guess what? His body expanded and exploded. What about Brandon's?
Oh, Brandon.
Yeah, let's find Brandon's real quick.
Okay.
I was gonna go to the restroom, but here we go. I'm completely invested in this. So anyway, as Sasha finds this, so this is Patrick. He was depressed. He was on antidepressants. He was not happy. He was not allowing everything to flow through his life. But once I showed him, I'm not saying that he and his shell, his body is perfect. I'm saying you have perfection inside of you that's in your soul. Let's find that, tap into it. When you tap into it, it's like a geyser. It gushes out through you and it ends up transforming your body. So I've done it for me. I've done it for Patrick. What about Brandon?
That's Patrick's depressed picture if you want that.
No. I want Brandon.
Brandon is here.
And this is Brandon's picture right here whenever it comes up. It's probably loading.
Nick said, I want to be like Brendan.
Well, this is Patrick, but yeah. You could be like Patrick too, either or Brandon or Patrick.
Did not do it.
No, I didn't do it. It's all cool. We'll bring Brandon's up in a second. But it's in everybody. So people are like, well, will it work for me if I'm a woman? Will it work for me if I'm this? This is Brandon. This is his 6 months transformation. 6 months. His 6-month transformation. No working out, no supplements, no exercises, no roids, nothing, no calisthenics, no body, nothing. Just teaching him how to connect with himself. And when you connect with yourself, let that part of you come out. And then that's what you are expressed as. I've done it for myself. I've done it for Patrick. I've done it for Brandon. I've done it for men. I've done it for women. I've done it for, I have hundreds of testimonies.
Here's Tom.
Here's Tom. Tom was like, he was trying. He was actually working out, I think, in the first photo. And then by the second one, I'm like, no more working out. It's a distraction. Here, we got to tap into you first. Let's find you. And now Tom is as lean as he's ever been, but more so he's emotionally regulated now. And he is aware of himself. That's the main thing with this. Like, yeah, you get muscles and it's cool to be aesthetic and beautiful and strong. You have some women, maybe like Renee or something like that. Maybe even you. We can show Sasha. Here's Sasha. She lost like 30 something pounds. What was it, like 34 pounds?
31.
31 pounds.
0.5.
31.5 pounds. Almost 32. Round up.
I can show Renee too.
Yeah.
Oops, I did not mean to do that.
It's all good. So like, this is Sasha. I've done it for men. I've done it for women. I've done it for young. I've done it for old. It doesn't matter because as long as you have a soul, this can be done. Because we're just allowing the soul to be expressed through. But we're not lying to ourselves and living in a delusion of spirituality. I need to meditate. No, meditate. I got to meditate, y'all. I'm not aligning my chakras or something like this. Ooh, it's getting all these labels and this distraction and all this other crap to the side and just seeing things for what they actually are. And when you see things for what they actually are, your body instantly expresses that. That's why it's not about working out. Working out is actually a lie because it's going to keep you from seeing what's actually happening in you because you're manipulating and artificially creating muscles. Like Patrick, we saw Patrick and we saw Brandon. Neither one of them worked out. Not one time during that entire time in between. They did not work out. And because of that, we can see what's really happening in your body and we can see it for what it actually is. Like, okay, cool. Now we can detect if something's going wrong or whatever. But if you're working out and you're putting on these fake muscles, we can't tell what's happening because you keep putting muscles over it or in the way and like manipulating your body. We can't really tell what's going on. So how do we know where to go? So that's why I have you guys almost do nothing. Just go live life normally. Just go live a normal life. Go on dates and have fun. This is Renee. She lost 15, 20 pounds, somewhere in there. She lost 15, 20 pounds, something like that on the guide. Beautiful person, beautiful soul, amazing person. So fun to be with, so like light and encouraging everything else. But she got on the guide and she lost she wasn't even overweight to begin with, but you could see her stomach was stopped bloating. Her figure went in. She became more conscious and aware. She's already beautiful before. I'm not saying that she's overweight by any means, but what I'm saying is now her body's being expressed in this type of manner that girls go to the gym to look like. Some of them will get plastic surgery. Like there's facial reconstruction. What about Roro? Can you pull Roro's up?
Yeah, I have a close-up of Roro.
Of her face.
Yeah. Are you cool with that one?
Well, yeah, the close-up of her face, like the before and after of her face being more symmetrical.
Oh, that's over here. I already have this.
So we showed you Sasha. We showed you Renee. Now here's Roro. This is her face. Her face was asymmetrical. And guess what? A lot of people would go to do a bunch of mewing techniques or something like this, or maybe even go to a plastic surgeon to try to get it right. We had her do none of that. You don't have to mew. We discuss mewing in the guide, like we touch on it, but this is not what happened here. This is her finding out who she is and how she's living a distorted life psychologically, like in her soul arena, in her subconscious. And then she found out how she's distorted in her perception. She aligned it and how she thinks, and it made her face symmetrical after, without surgery, without doing, she didn't go to the mirror to try to do like facial, because you see people like now trying to do like they're trying to do the camera flip to make their face more symmetrical. She didn't do any of that.
And she looks younger too.
And she looks younger. So she's like what, a year older here? I think it's like almost a year transformation or 6 months.
Said I joined at the best time.
Oh, guess what? We're talking about this beautiful woman named Roro who's so amazing and shining and beautiful. And this is her before and after. She looks younger in the after. The after is the bottom. The top is her before. Right. So the top is her face, how she naturally was. And she didn't even take this photo at the top to try to look at the asymmetry of her face. She just took it as a check-in photo. Like, okay, well, let me see what's going on.
No face yoga or anything.
No face yoga. No, like putting your thumb in your roof and like, because that's only a cop out. It's only a crutch to try to treat a symptom. But the symptom's trying to tell you, hey, your face is showing asymmetry because you are unaligned on how you're facing the world. Every issue that you have physically derives somewhere on a soul level in how you're viewing the world and or experiencing it or engaging with it. So with Roro, all she did was go inside and see herself and see what she's doing to herself. And as she just agreed with herself and loved herself, her face became symmetrical because now she's seeing the world equally how it actually is versus a distorted perception view of what her soul was suppressed in and limiting her as. So you saw Sasha, you saw Renee, you see Roro, you see Tom, you see Brandon, you see Patrick, you see myself. Like, this is not Mikey's results. I'm just saying this is literally just the highest way. It's not about me. It's not about muscles. It's not about this. It's about like, yo, there is a way for mankind to live, and the entire world is completely oblivious to it. It has nothing to do with spirituality or yoga or kundalini or pharmaceuticals or blood work or any of this stuff. All that stuff is a distraction. It only perpetuates the ignorance and the darkness in a sense. But when you dissolve all those things and you let go and you look to what life actually is, and you embrace it and you engage it, that energy flows through you, it permeates through you, and you become more aligned, you become more aware, you see what's actually going on, and you get these results by default. They just come. You don't have to do anything to get there. Like, they just happen because they're the indicator that you're actually engaging with life the right way. It's so easy.
And Brenda said her eyes changed. It's light now.
Yes. So, okay, cool. So we will show mine, Brennan's, and then you guys look at Roro's. I've had and even Brandon's, okay? Like, what before?
Oh, yeah, his eyes changed too.
Before we go,
okay,
stay on Roro real quick. So, I've had so many people's eye color change. Lay's eye color has changed, and I'm not saying they change from like green to red or something like that. I'm saying like they just get brighter, more clearer. But there are people's eyes who've completely changed, like mine. They were brown and green, now they're blue and gray. Roro's eyes have started to change. They are brighter, and it's not, look, the first picture has a bunch of light on her face. Like, her face is actually brighter. She's in a more brighter place in the first photo, the top photo, than the second photo. The second photo is actually more dark. Her face isn't as lit and her eyes are bright. That's how much her eyes have become brighter. Not because she's detoxed. This is not a detoxification to try to make your eyes brighter. That's not, because my eyes changed before I even started the detox. I still had toxins in my life heavily, but my eyes change colors anyway, because it's this very specific consciousness that I have you engage in. And when you engage in this consciousness, you become lighter as a person, not just like weight wise, but like luminosity. That's why when you saw Kiara on my previous live, the Mikey talks, if you look at her when she first joined the Discord to now on that live, her skin is glowing and illuminating. It is like, dude, you look like a heavenly body. Like, you look like you were just emitting light. And that's what I have you engage in with the guide. It's not about forcing yourself or manipulating yourself or starving yourself or how do I go without eating? It's none of that crap. That is not what this is. It's about seeing life for what it is and engaging with it fully. And you enter into a whole different type of scope or realm of what life is. And you become a different conscious and you're like, whoa, I see what's going on. Whoa, I see what's happening in me. Whoa, this all makes so much sense. And as you do that, your eyes reflect it and your eyes show it. Roro's eyes are showing it. She's in a darker place in the after picture, but yet her eyes are brighter. That's how much brightness her eyes have gotten because she's living illuminated. All right, me next.
And
Yep.
then she also said, my life feels less divided now and my face is the same.
You know what I'm saying? So if you're struggling in life, you're doing it wrong. Just live the guide. If life is hard, you're doing it wrong. Just live the guide. If you don't know what's happening in life, then get the guide. It's an instruction manual to life. If you are confused, then just get the guide. This is me. The photo on the left is me at 19, and the photo on the right is me at 37. I was born with brown eyes, and I had them into like my early 20s. Okay, so it's not like, oh yeah, my eye color just changed because no, I had like green brown eyes, bro. Like my eyes were dark. I had dark eyes. And I do not have contacts. I don't wear contacts. I've never worn contacts I don't want to poke my eye. That's weird. Like I've never I used to wear glasses back in the day, but my eyes are completely like they're good now. But I don't wear contacts. Okay? That's my actual eye color. They're now blue and gray. And it's not because I detoxed. It's because of the type of consciousness that I'm engaging in. Because I like when this color change started to occur, I still had a bunch of toxins in my life. I was eating Fruity Pebbles and like, froyo ice cream and candy, like putting conditioner in I had just as many toxins, if not more than your average person. And my eye color already changed because I started to change my consciousness. Roro's eye colors change because her consciousness is now changed and her face is even showing it. Her face is showing your body, your colors, your eyes, everything that you are is the indicator of the consciousness that you're engaging in. So when you change the consciousness that you're engaging in, your whole body expresses it. Okay, could you show Renan's?
Yeah.
So everything, your weight, your structure, your shape, your geometry, your color, your skin pigmentation, your eye color, all this stuff is just the indicator of what type of consciousness you are engaging in. Okay, this is Renan. This is like his first day on the guide. This is his first month. This is his second month. That's the second month. Right. So the very top one was like his first day on the guide. Okay, cool. Day 1. The second photo is day 30. The last photo is day 60. 60 days, 2 months, 2 months, 2 months. His eye color went from like brown to like luminous and an explosion, a starburst of colors. His eyes were dull. He was dying. He was dead. He was zombified. He was going. He was. But with the guide, it's not about a diet. It's not like, yes, get rid of toxins. I do tell you get rid of toxins, but that's not why the eye color changes. Because the man has more vigor. And you can tell it's not about toxins because look at the shape of his brow and the intensity of his eye in the first picture and the last picture. Look at his eyes. All the way from the first picture, all the way from the last picture. You can see this man's more engaged. It's a different if I showed you the first picture and then I showed you the last picture, most people would probably think that's two different people. Because the shape's not even the same anymore. The first one, his eyes are tilted out, and he's like, oh, he was dying, he was dead. He was a dead man walking. But since from the first picture to the second picture, the middle picture, he started engaging in a different type of consciousness, and it brought life to him. He's like, whoa, whoa! If you're in my Discord community, then you know Renan because he's very vocal and he's very expressive about his results with the guide and how much he loves it. He's like, oh my God, all this stuff is happening. This is great. Yes, 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 yes. You can see the man has a whole new vigor for life. Just like the person who came on, the free, right? He's like, oh man, Mike, you've been listening to your thing every single day. That man is having a new charge for life. And that's what I actually do. I'm not here to get you fit. I'm not here to help you lose weight. I'm here to bring your soul to life to make you come alive. Even Roro, she's like, yeah, like before I was seeing life, you know, an imbalance and all this stuff. Now she's like, man, she has a new vigor for life. And that's why the eye colors are changing for people. It happened for Lay as well. Lay's eye color changed. They used to be like, you know, they were almost black. Now they're like honey, golden, yellow, and brown. Like they are bright. Sometimes they're like, it's almost like they're glowing in the dark. But if you look at Renan's, the man was dull on the inside because whatever happened in life has gotten to him. And life will do that when you're living it wrong. It'll dilute you. You're no more 100% pure. You're diluted by all the sludge of the world, and it takes away your power and your vitality and your voltage. But just by changing your consciousness with this different approach, not the spiritual guru people. This is not any of that stuff. It's not even spiritual at all. I'm just saying by your awareness, you can tell in his eyes, this man is more aware. Look at the first picture, look at the last picture. Which one looks more aware to you guys? I give you 3 seconds to guess. Dun, 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 dun. The last picture, obviously. This man looks completely and totally engaged with reality. This man, from the first one, he was sad and depressed. He almost looks like a victim. Like, you know how they did a study about robbers, like prisoners and stuff like that. Like, hey, which one of this person would you rob or whatever? The person looks like a victim. They would go rob that person because it wouldn't be a challenge. So that first photo for Renan, most likely he'd be more susceptible to being mugged. But the last one, that man looks like eagle eyes. Like he is like alive. He's on fire. He's like, dude, I see everything. I see what's going on. And he's like piercing through the veil. Why? This is 2 months. This isn't like, oh, this is Renan's year transformation on the guide. And yeah, he spent $12,000 in a whole year. This is 2 months and 0 cost. He just bought the guide. You don't have to buy anything on the guide. All I suggest that you have is a mirror and a scale. That's it. You're already going to buy food anyway, so buy this food instead of that food. You don't need to buy anything on the guide. You're already doing this. Oh, you already buy toothpaste? Instead of buying that toothpaste, buy this. So you're not spending any extra money on the guide. So without spending any money, besides buying the guide, and without spending a whole year trying to do something, but just 2 months, very easy months, he has a different demeanor. He's a different person. He has a different focus. He has a different scope. He has different optics. He's looking into life. This guy is exuberant about life. So you've seen it. I've done it for Patrick, Brandon, Tom, Roro, Sasha, Renee, Renan. It's not a will this work for me thing. What about my age? It's about grabbing and connecting your soul and then bringing it out as your expression here in reality. That's what I do. I help people find their soul and connect with it, and then I bring it out of them. Whenever they do, they start aligning into perfection. So how this even got started was, the person asked like, hey, Mikey, do you try to work towards perfection or what? I said, no, I was born perfect in a sense because I have the soul. I'm not saying my body's perfect or anything like that, but I'm saying my soul is already perfect. So I connect with it and I bring it out to the outward. It's deep inside of me. So I go in there and I take my time and I grab and I bring it out until that's what you're seeing, which is why you guys even watch me, because you're seeing my soul. It's raw before you. I'm exposing my soul to you guys. That's where I get all this energy from. It's from my soul. I'm living from it. And I've done it for me and all these other people. And there's a clear cut. This is scientific. Like you can see a clear result. There is a measurable difference in every single person that I've shown you. Muscularity, vitality, illumination, symmetry, colors, and the whole spectrum of their eyes and everything else. Even the shape, the geometric shaping of how the eye is. Disengaged with reality, engaged in reality and going. Because it's not about a diet. That's why I say diets are stupid. It's not about fasting. That's why I say fasting's stupid. It's not about working out. That's why I say working out is stupid. It's 100% becoming aware of what life is and then grabbing your soul and bringing it out and living that life here in this world. And that's what brings the effects. And that's how I have muscles without working out. That's how I'm able to go 300 days without eating. I eat once a year. That's how men and women are doing are seeing the same results that I'm seeing. Now they're all eating because again, to get here, you have to eat because you need all the fuel you can to go in and find that soul because it is deep and it is taxing energy wise. Like it takes a lot to go in. So you need to eat, but once you bring it out and you live it, you become so much more efficient in life and you just need less. You go on less random shopping sprees. You don't binge eat anymore. You don't binge watch stuff anymore. Like you're so full and satisfied. And you start living a whole different life here on earth. And that's the guide. That's what it is. I guide you into what life always has been. That's why I say to get it. I don't know anything more powerful than this. I really don't. If I knew that, I'd be an advocate for that. But I don't believe in that stuff. Supplements and all this other stuff. Yeah, there's an effect, but it ain't this. It ain't changing your freaking eye color and creating greater muscularity without working out, making your face symmetrical after it was asymmetrical for probably years. It ain't doing that, bro. Those supplements ain't doing this. That plastic surgery is going to wear off eventually. Probably causes more complications than it even, helps with. Working out ain't doing this, bro. This is the greatest thing that you will ever experience in your entire life. There's nothing like the God. It is the highest thing because that's all I focus on. I don't focus on low crap. Like you don't see me focus on low level crap. I'm not focusing on low level crap. What's the highest? What's the highest? What's the highest? And if I start getting distracted, nope, highest. Highest. No. I stay focused on the highest, the highest, the highest, the highest, the highest, the highest. And when the people follow me and they come into this, their life comes into alignment too. And like even by their eyes, they're a completely different person.
So 5, 4, 3, 2, 1,
I'm
0.
gonna use the restroom real quick. I had to.
Okay, go ahead. Well, they asked, was it intentional changing the eye color or was it just a symptom of the program? Oh,
Symptoms are a negative context. It's a benefit. It's an effect of. It's not a symptom of. Your symptoms are what's holding you back from your own ignorance. Once you are aware and illuminated to what you don't even know, then you have the benefits of the effects of what life causes. These are the byproducts of living. Greater muscularity, greater skin radiance, greater cognition. Those are just byproducts of living the right life. So all these people having to work for stuff are going to go work out. I'm going to go work to get better. I'm going to go train. They're trying to come through the back door and they're lying because they have to do something to try to get it. But when you live real life, what life actually is, you just get it by default because you're a child of life itself. These are just the results of life. That's why you look like gods, goddesses, and angels. It's not a symptom. It's the benefit. It's the effect.
Heck
The
yeah.
effect, baby.
They said, I meant aftermath. English, second language, bro.
Yes,
All good. All good. He's just, well, while we're here, I might as well share some before and afters with you guys. So, also, here is Rizlan. He also lost like over 30 pounds doing just following the guide. Like, he doesn't work out, he doesn't do like anything special. He's just literally, oh, cool. I can put it like that. So, you guys, so yeah, he was just following everything in the guide. And then here is Robert. Do it like this. Robert, I actually don't remember how much weight he lost, but he's like 56 or 46. I'm not sure. But one of the two. And he just follows the guide. He doesn't work out or anything. He just got way more in shape. And then here's Steve. Steve also, I think he was 58. And he got so much energy. If you guys join the Discord, you can totally look up his screen name and you can see his entire journey on the Discord, like from the very beginning all the way to the end, where he was like, dude, I have so much freaking energy. I'm up all night. And then he got so much confidence from the guide because of the energy that he had, that he actually branched out of his company and made his own firm to where he gets 100% commission of everything that he does. So he was just doing the same thing, but like he actually got 100% commission. So like the guy does give you a lot of energy
And that's how you
brain
get
power.
money. That's how you get success is
Yeah.
energy.
Yep.
Like the more energy you have, the more success you can obtain. But you have low energy, low results. Everything's completely depicted on how much energetic surplus you have to go into extra things. You don't have enough energy for it. Think of a mom with the kids, like, I just don't have the energy for that. Oh, I don't have the time for that.
Mm.
Oh, and that's why, because they don't have the energy for it. But guess what? If they did have the energy for it, they can go all night. Most marriages don't have great intimacy because the spouse does not have the energy for it. When the spouse doesn't have the energy for it, guess what? They can't bring the passion into the bedroom and everything else. It's completely dependent upon how much energetic surplus you have. And that's what the guide helps you do. It sets you up in such a way to where you get energy from everything, especially from food. You actually stop wasting food. A lot of you guys don't even eat. Like no one I know eats right. I've never seen a person like they're eating the way of the guide. You don't naturally instinctively do this. But when you eat the way of the guide, you poop less and you absorb more. And the money you spent on food now is not wasted when you buy it and you eat it. Some people will spend all this money on food and they'll crap it out. But with the guide, I have you eat in a specific approach in a specific manner to where you absorb a majority of it and you have like smaller poops because you're actually absorbing more of the food, which means you're getting more energy, which means you have the greater capacity to go do stuff and go be successful. Why do you think I'm successful? I have a bunch of energy. Every live, I'm bouncing off the walls and doing all this stuff. Guess what? I apply this to my success, to my life. And I'm like, okay, I have all this energy. What do I do? What do I do? What do I do? What do I do? And when you have energy, things make sense faster. So I say get the guide.
Yeah.
There's nothing like it. Like I can tell you, I can speak around it all day here, but like until you just do the instructions of the guide, like step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4, there's like 1,000 things to do in the guide. Like literally, I don't know, Roro, maybe you or somebody else, maybe we can get like a group and somebody can count these methods and that methods. Maybe we can count how many steps are actually in the guide. I'm sure it's probably like close to 1,000. If not like 600 or 700, maybe like 400. I highly doubt it's just 400 because just in the toxin portion alone, there's like a bunch of stuff. But there's like 1,000 steps in there. You just got to start applying, start doing it. It works. I've never had a person the guide didn't work on. The guide works every time for every person.
So Nick asks, are bone, teeth, and height possible to grow again?
Sasha has grown her teeth back, like refilled them. Like she had cracks in her teeth and holes and cavities, they filled back in. So the enamel, yeah. The bone is like, yeah, of course, your body's always regenerating bone. Height, can you get it back? Well, are you compressed now? Are you shorter? So like to get it back is like meaning you already had it, but now you don't. But I have grown. You want to show them a picture of me?
Yep.
Now, I did not take these pictures with the intent of comparing height. But if you look at these photos,
It was just so obvious.
yeah, like the first one we're in a Shinto a Shinto temple in Japan on the first photo with the red shorts. And the second photo we're on top of a mountain here in the Himalayas. And we just took a photo because like, hey, this is a cool family scene. Let's take a photo. And I already noticed that Lay's head on the first photo comes up to like right here, like kind of like the bottom of my mouth area, maybe like right below my jaw, like here. In the second photo, Lay's head doesn't even come close to my mouth. It's like way down here. And then Sasha, same thing. In the first photo, her head is kind of like above my chest here to this area. In the second photo, Sasha's head's like beneath here. I'm not standing on a rock. Again, I didn't take this photo to be like, oh yeah, I'm going to compare my height. So let me just get my feet or whatever. But this is a candid photo. Like, it's me and my family. It's how I hold my family. What's up? And it turns out like I'm taller now than I was in the first photo. Lay grew a little bit too because Lay had scoliosis. Now her scoliosis has straightened out. So she's actually taller. So the ladies didn't shrink. I've heard a couple of different theories like, well, what if the lady shrunk? What if this? What if that? What if you're standing on the rock? I'm like, no, bro. Like the ground was even in both places. Like we're all there. This is all of us. And we're not even wearing shoes. So like we're barefoot, especially in the other one too. So with all that being said, if they were wearing shoes, I should have been taller as well. But we're all equally the same height in the first one as we would be comparatively to the second height, like Lay and Sasha, their height. But Lay grew taller. I grew taller. I did not expect to grow taller. I did not plan to grow taller. This is not a symptom. This is a benefit, but I have so much extra energy. I have so much energetic surplus that my body was able to grow taller. Like now I'm tall. I even look taller. Like if you see me next to like in the house, like I'm a tall guy. And I'm taller now than I've ever been in my entire life. And it's like I noticed the difference, but I had to have an energetic surplus. It's not the goal. It's not what I'm aiming for. It's not what I'm going for. I don't care if I'm taller. I don't care if I have like I have big muscles too. Like I don't even care if I have muscles. But when your body has so much energy, like think if you just had $1 billion, right? You'd probably have like the best house, the best car, the best this, the best that, and then you still have a bunch of money left over. Then what do? Same thing with your body. When you already have a regulated heart, liver, spleen, appendix, kidneys, all this other stuff, all your glands are functioning. What else do you have this energy for? You already think to the highest state, and your thinking is optimized. What else do you do with this energy? So my body started growing. So within the time of being on the guide, my lowest weight was 191 pounds, my lowest. Since the 191 pounds, I've gained weight and now I'm like 215 pounds on average. So I've gained 24 pounds. It has to be muscle because I have no body fat practically. Like my body fat is so low, 24 pounds of fat would be so obvious. So that 24 pounds that I've gained since then has to be muscle or something because I haven't worked out, but yet here I am. I weigh way more, but I eat less. So my stomach's not full of like food. I'm not weighing 20 pounds of food. Like I don't even eat. So what is that 24 pounds? Most likely it's greater bone density. It's probably because I've grown in height and then also my muscle density. This is just because I have extra energy because I'm not going to the gym, blasting it and wasting it. I'm using and utilizing all the energy I have in the most effective manner and gaining my capacity for it. And then this is the effect of it. Very powerful stuff. All right, cool. Next.
Which I thought was really cool. We got some, Danny said, you guys look a lot happier in the second photo as well.
Let me see this photo. I can't even like really see it from.
Yeah. And then Sapientati said, look at your legs, the difference.
I know, dude. Like my legs are now like I don't know if you guys can see it. I feel so.
Here I can.
I feel like this stick. Yeah, you want to zoom out real quick?
Yeah, I zoom out.
Also, they finally got the delivery.
Is that all the way?
Yeah. This. Oh wait, I can do 5.5.
Yeah, maybe 5.5.
Oh no, it's.
Is it? Okay,
Yeah,
cool. Then I'll just move this. Which one from the farm?
It's for the kombuchas.
Oh, that's cool. Thanks.
Oh yeah, how's Farm Shop?
They said they're gonna deliver around 4 or 5.
All right, cool.
Okay.
So I mean, I feel so. This is what zoom is this? One. So this is your normal iPhone. It's not even a wide lens, right? This is just one. It's not 0.5 or anything like that. And this is my, like I just feel like almost like an alien when I walk. You know, you guys were like making jokes about the bottles, how like small like a glass bottle looks in my hand whenever it's like compared to my body and stuff like that. It's a normal sized bottle, like a Coca-Cola bottle, but like on me is just like my hand is as big as the Coca-Cola bottle nearly.
He may not look it on camera, but he is tall, y'all.
You want to get beside me real quick, Sash?
Okay. I'm in my home clothes.
There you go. She keeps walking. Hey, what's up?
I'm
not saying that Sasha's tall by any means, but what I'm saying is like she used to be up to a certain height. Now it kind of like is a thing because I have to like bend over even more to kiss her. All right, thank you. But yeah, dude, like I grew, like my limbs are longer, my hands feel longer, my legs are longer. It's just like my whole body, like I'm taller. I'm just taller altogether. But I've had such an energetic surplus that my body was able to invest it back in myself, and I believe that's why I grew taller. But guess what? I'm also like 5.5 years in the guide, so this wasn't something that first happened. It didn't just happen yesterday. Like, oh yeah, he was on the guide for a day, and like now here he is. So yeah. So it wasn't like, okay, cool, I'm gonna grow taller on the guide. Yay. No, I was just like, I'm gonna keep doing the guide. And guess what? The first year I got some results. The second year I got some results. The third year, the fourth year. I'm in my 5.5 years on the guide. So in the last half of the fifth year, I grew taller. I had a growth spurt. It didn't happen in the first year, second year, third year, fourth year. But the year 5 and halfway through going to 6 is whenever the growth spurt happened. It happened in the past like 6 months. Whatever happened in 6 months, Like I grew taller. I'm almost 40, but I look like a kid again. I look like, can you show my 19-year-old self? Like, not the eye color change, but the other one, the other like 19.
This one?
Yeah. So here's me at 19. And of course, here's me at 37, but here's me obviously now. But like, look at, that's my 19-year-old self. This is me. Oh my God, dude, almost 20 years later. I'm almost 20 years older than that first photo on the left-hand side. And I look not too far from my 19-year-old. Like it brought me back to a kid. Do you have the aging one? Up right there, yeah. And this is me in my late 20s on the left. You can see the amount of damage. I was looking like zombified. My eyes are wrinkly. My face is puffy. I look tired. My skin pigmentation's kind of off. Okay, you can take them down now. Thank you.
Okay, yeah.
But like whatever I did in this past, really like 7 years has reverted me back to looking. Actually, could you bring the 19-year? Is there just a 19 like by itself, or is it always?
Let's see. I can look. Maybe I can add it.
So I was going to add it for us. Automatic addict.
Okay, I'm gonna download the photo real quick.
Oh, okay, cool.
Me.
Right there, right there, right there.
Where?
Right up, right there in the middle.
Oh, yes. Thank you.
Teamwork.
Yeah. Oh.
The single by itself. So yeah, this is me at 19, and this is me at 37. So this is me.
Like no.
No, the whole thing's cool.
Like this.
I mean, that's like so small.
Okay, like this.
Yeah, that's fine. I could just like whatever. You guys get the idea, right? This is me at 19. This is me at 37. People would be like, "But your tattoo's on the wrong side." I'm like, "Do you not?"
You want me to mirror this?
No, I don't. But I've heard that so many. It's comical now. I'm like, you're a grown adult, man. There have been grown adults when I like, right? So this is a photo of me, and this is a live video of me right now. People are like, that's not you. Your tattoo's on the wrong side. It's like, do you not understand how cameras work and reversing and having an image taken of you and reflection and mirror? Like, do you not? Anyway, this is me. This is me. This is me nearly 20 years later. So whatever happened got me back into the same regenerative state as I was as a teenager, a 19-year-old. Whatever happened, right? That's why I'm saying this life is so powerful, because when you access it and you actually obtain it and you bring it in, it brings all of your vitality back. But I'm much stronger now than I was in my 19-year-old self. Like I remember at 19, like I had a lot of energy, but I can tell I'm stronger now. Not just physically, not just mentally, but there's like energetically, like there's an energetic, like imagine like a container, right? Like a cell container, almost like a battery. I'll just use an actual battery. Right, so this is a power bank. So I have this here, and at 19, I had like quite a bit of energy, and I could use that energy. But now at 37, I know how to use this energy and distribute it better, and there's more of it. So when I take energy here, I could put it in a specific part of me, and I can enhance my muscle in my arm. So when I'm grabbing this, I can do it with ease without damaging myself. Or if I need to push off with my leg, I can take the energy from here. I can specifically put it in my leg. I could jump and leap off even more and further. So I got to have a greater awareness of the energetic scope of what I can apply, and I utilize that, and it keeps me from being damaged in the process, so I can sustain myself. So I didn't just stay looking like this. You saw the 28-year-old picture. For whatever happened to 19 to 28, it hurt me bad. Like you could see in my face, like, whoa, bro's like cooked, right? But then from 28 now to 37, 9 years later, I look closer to my teenage self right now than I did my late 20 self, and I'm almost 40. That's how powerful the guide is. That's how powerful this life is. This is why I come here and tell you guys about this, because I'm like, there's nothing more powerful than this. Unless you have something, then let me know. But most people, what they have to say is this theory. They're not even doing it. They're not even, they know about it and they want to tell you information. But when you look at their life, like, yeah, but you look like crap. Yeah, but obviously it's not working. This, I'm like, it's working. I'm here. I'm in front of you. There's no filter. There's no trick. There's no mirror and lighting and all this other stuff. Like it is here. It is undeniable. I don't work out. I don't even eat every day. I haven't eaten in like what? How many days, Lay? So you gonna pull it up for me.
46.
46 days. I haven't eaten food in 46 days. I still drink and everything else, but I haven't actually eaten food in 46 days. And before that, when I did eat, I went 303 days. And I'm bigger. I'm bigger. Homeland vibes. You get what I'm saying though? Like this is powerful. And you don't have to tap into it if you want to. I don't care. I'm just so excited about it. Like, what else will we talk about? Like, this is freaking amazing. This is crazy. All right, cool. All right, Sash.
Yes.
If we have some
So,
questions, you can hit us up.
yeah, totally.
How do I look? Sash, what do you think about my look, this is your man.
You look
What do you think about like I still have the balls around my neck too. That's crazy. So this is my 19-year-old self. This is my 37-year-old self. 37 and a half. What do you think?
I think you look so cute. You're
Cute.
so manly.
Cute and manly, huh?
Oh. But you haven't really aged.
I actually did age, but I reversed it.
Oh yeah, you
I
did.
regenerate. That's the power of regeneration. It's almost like a superpower, like Wolverine gets cut, right? But like he instantly regenerates. That's what I'm trying to get you guys into. Rapid regeneration by accessing the harmonic state. And it starts with the toxins and the thinking and the words you use. And because like a lot of the damage that occurs is in your own mind. That's what's causing it throughout your body. All right, cool. You can take the picture down. What's next?
Okay.
What do you guys think? What do y'all think about the 19-year-old self? What do you think about the 37-year-old self? All right. All right, cool.
Well, Danny said warriors, gladiators, and gods are depicted in ancient times with superhuman bodies. I don't think they went to the gym and used supplements. And
My man. Sasha, there's one photo that I have
Uh-huh.
with me and the Spartan. Maybe put that one up too.
Okay.
Get
And
my phone.
I'll download that, and also I'll read the next question. Milo asked, "Hey Mikey, I wonder why the men get muscular and the women don't. What's your perspective on that?"
Everybody, there's never an initiative to try to be muscular, and there's never an initiative to try to not be muscular. There's only in allowing the body to be whatever it wants to be. So when the men get more muscular and the women get more curvy, that's just showing the natural state the body wants to be in. Women don't need a bunch of muscles. They don't. They need to be fertile because that's what their body's made for. Men don't need to be fertile. Men don't need hips. They need to be armored plated. So when stuff comes, they're not destroyed by a slap. They don't rip like a wet tissue. They're like our bodies are designed differently. I cannot give birth to a child. It's not equipped for that. So when the woman's body looks more like look at Sasha's, look at Renee's. Sasha's body was kind of blocky whenever she was overweight, and she had no hips. But then you see her now; she's slender and she has hips. Same thing with Renee. Renee's body was kind of like bloaty, kind of like a little bit like a balloon wise. But then you see her later, and now she's like slender here, and she has hips. Yeah, Renee's fire. I love Australians. You Australians are great. She came out to come visit me. I had a great time with her. I think she's one of the most amazing people I've ever met in my life. So I'm just lucky to even know her and everything else. She's shown me so much love and everything else. And yeah, Renee's amazing. But what I'm saying is her body is now designed or shaped in how it wants to be expressed, created from its design, because she did nothing to try to feminize herself. The guide has nothing to do with feminization. The guy has nothing to do with masculinity. I actually don't even believe in masculinity. I actually don't even believe in being an alpha. I just believe in like, yo, my body knows way more than me. It keeps my heart beating every single day and breathing even as I'm asleep. So let me just do what it wants me to do. Okay, bam, now I look like this. Renee looks like that you just saw. Because that's in her blueprint. That's how it's designed. Now, when women want to go out and go put on muscles on purpose, that's manipulation. It's not that one.
It's not this one?
No. That's Hercules. Hercules. I'll show you here, Sashi. Now, when women want to go put on muscles on purpose, they're actually manipulating themselves. And there's an agenda to try to make the woman the man and the man the woman. No matter how much a woman works out, she can never be a man. And no matter how long a man stays at home, he can never be a woman. I'm not saying it's bad. I'm not saying it's good. I'm just saying if you're not in the place you're supposed to be, then things are going to topple and fall and crumble. I'll speak more on that once I get this photo. It's me like this, Sash. Like there's a photo of me like this or like that or something like that. And there's a Spartan like next to me, like the same.
Spartan.
It's close in this area. I'll help you look. It's close in here. It's in here somewhere.
Because this is the picture, right?
No, but it's in there. It's close.
I'll make this
Zoom, yeah, zoom, yeah.
Okay. Holy. What?
Maybe not that small.
Okay, there.
Yeah, the top now.
Top.
Right. No, that's not it either. Like there's an agenda to make women more masculine on purpose because they can't be. So if you try to make a woman something she can't be, when it's time to get her to perform against the opposition, they'll crumble. Like, let's just take for an example, right? This is all just like hypothetical. And I'm not one to dabble in hypotheticals, but I'll do it for this time being. If you, yeah, I'll do it. But if I was to go into a boxing match, who would I have a better chance of winning against? A man or a woman? 100% a woman. So if I can convince this woman to come fight me and have the man convince the man he's a woman, then guess what? I won on both ends because they can't even have kids. It's this one here. Even if you need to download that or whatever. I didn't know I was facing the opposite way both times, but yeah, this is pretty much it.
I'll find it on Google Photos.
That's what I just typed in Spartan.
Okay, let's see if I can find it here then.
But yeah, so anyway, back. If I can convince the woman, like, hey, yeah, you need to step up and be the man, be the leader, be the one, and the man's the two, and the man's worthless, and this and that, and like castrate him and stuff like that, she gets manipulated because emotionally, women are easier to manipulate than men. Like men aren't really manipulated emotionally as much as they are down there wise. But again, once they spill it out, like the clarity comes like, oh man, what am I doing? You know, I'm not saying it's bad. I'm not saying it's good. I'm not saying anything about it. All I'm saying is it's just the way it is. Like it's hard to manipulate a man emotionally. You can manipulate a man logically. It's called finance. Finance, it pretty much is finessing. Finessing. So yeah, this is the Spartan photo here. So that's I don't know if it's a generated Spartan photo or like an actual statue, but that's a statue of like the warrior. And then this is me without working out. I haven't worked out. I look not too far from, if not even, similar to the Spartan photo of this. If that's a real statue, somebody dedicated time out of their life to sculpt this thing and create it. Even if it's not a real statue and was generated or they made it, they still took time of their life to create what they would perceive as a human body. That's on a higher degree level. You're not going to make a weak human body or a human body that's like mediocre. If you're going to spend your time making something, you're like, okay, what's the best human body we can make? That's that statue. This is a comparison of my body next to the statue. When you allow your body to do what it wants to do, it will bring you to the highest level that's supposed to be at. So for the women, they look more feminine. For the dudes, they grow muscles because their body is designed and to function to perform these specific tasks and these things. So that's why the dudes generally get more muscles and the women get wider hips, bigger butts and stuff like that. Their breasts get lifted. Seen a lot of that firsthand myself.
So she said, very clear. It's our natural state. Beautiful perspective. Thank you.
100%. And I'm not against like women can't have muscle. I'm not even against like, hey, I'm the free guy. Do whatever you want to do, but at least be aware of who's influencing you to go do that. That's all I'm saying at the end of the day. All right, next.
Awesome. So, what type of water can be consumed or used according to those guidelines?
What kind of water in the guide is like, spring water, fresh water from aquifers or underground. That's always the best. Mountain water, river water. So we have water directly from the mountain behind us. So the water that we have is from the mountain. So we have mountain water. Try to stay away from distilled water. Reverse osmosis is cool if you need it, like if you live in the city, but I'd always try to get as much to a well as possible or close to a well. And you can even take water jugs and find the closest spring or well near you and fill your jug up. But you shouldn't be drinking too much water on the guide anyway.
Danny said, "Hooray! About time someone said this. Common sense, human biology."
Yeah, I mean comments like let's even say this, biology is a manipulation term because if you tag the word on there, it instantly validates anything that's said afterward. So you really have to watch out for scientific terms because those are the newest points of manipulation. It used to be religious terms, spiritual, reverence, holy, like, dogmatic words, religious text, context, and everything else like that used to be the way to manipulate people back in the day, not scientific terms. Now society has shifted. Now, if you just say like, yeah, it's just physics, it's just science, if as this science is just the thing that's being described. Science is simply like understanding things more. So it's not science, it's life. So to say, hey, that's just science, no, that's not science, that's life. So, like, for example, I saw a reel saying that, clouds are extremely heavy and the weight of the cloud and the atmosphere is putting about 14 pounds of pressure on each human. So humans are always walking around with atmospheric pressure on them. Like even the clouds, when they're over us, they're saying that cloud is, even if it's over you, still putting weight down on you in a sense. And I went to the comments and someone said, thank God for physics. And it's like, well, physics is describing the formula of what's happening, but what's actually happening is life. It's not physics. Physics is describing life. Science isn't happening. Science is describing life. Biology isn't happening. Biology is describing life. So when you really look at it, it's just life. But people will go into these fields and it's so minute, like the minutia of the manipulation is so subtle that people will end up worshiping the field versus what the field is trying to describe. The field is always describing to life. Everything. Physics, biology, astronomy, what else? Whatever you want to say. All the scientists, all the science and everything else isn't anything of itself. It's actually empty and it's hollow. It's completely hinged on reality and life itself. So the thing it's pointing to is reality. So don't worship the science. Don't worship the physics. Don't worship the biology. Just literally look at life. And when you look at life, like I'm saying, you apprehend life itself. The biology, or what's described to the man, the hormones and everything else, become more masculine, like male features. While when women grasp on the same energy, we're both doing the same thing. Sasha and Leigh are both doing the same exact thing that I'm doing. And I look more manly and they look more feminine. Because life is just naturally flowing through us. It's amazing. It's so beautiful. All right, a couple more and we'll go.
And Denny asked,
My boobs actually went away. I got into this because I had man boobs. I developed gynecomastia around the age of 9, which is why I got into all this stuff that I'm sharing with you guys. I was a boy, a male, who had breast. And I was living in the way of the world, running and calories. And I'm like, why do I have tits? What's up, bro? Oh, thanks, Sasha. Put them up. That's not even the biggest. That's not even as big as they used to be. Like I'm saying, like they used to be bigger than that. About to go stupid again. I'm not saying they did look for them, but I'm saying like that's not even its final form, bro. Like it's like it's a reduced state when it's like hiding its power level. They were even bigger than that. My breast. I had breasts as a male. Not because of steroids. I had them when I was a kid. I wasn't taking steroids at 9, 10. But all the crap in this atmosphere jacked up my body, and it was accentuating my female features because we all have everything. So women have masculine, they have testosterone and stuff like that. Guys have estrogen and stuff like that. So this living the normal way of the world was accentuating breast in me. And now you see the photo on the right, which is pretty much me now, it's almost completely went away. And doctors say, well, it's impossible. You gotta get it cut out, blah, 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 all this other stuff. I do that. Like now that's live life. I look more like a man. I'm not saying I look like a female in the first photo, but I had breast. You can actually go back to the other one. I think it's a better demonstration or like example.
Which Danny asks, what are your thoughts on copper bottles / cups?
You can get copper poisoning. You don't need that much copper. Like you don't need that much copper. Like especially if your body's not optimized, it can be too much for your body because a little bit will leach eventually, and it can start being corroded, and it could be copper. Like people want to worship stuff now. Like it's not even now, but like before it was copper cups. Now it's gonna be fascia, red light therapy. Y'all remember CMOS when CMOS came out? I'm sure you guys were on that swag. CMOS, Shilajit. I'm from the days of like before kale. You remember kale? Kale? You remember acai bowls? You remember? I was there when spinach was a thing, way back in the day. Like spinach is like, okay, no, that's old school, bro. Like, you know, but like when I was coming into it, it was spinach. Spinach was actually when I first came into the health world, it was low fat, low to no fat. So like all the fat completely removed of stuff. So everything you got was no fat. Bread, no fat. Cottage cheese with no fat. No fat cottage cheese like kind of defeats the purpose. No fat milk. Like that's when I first got into it. And then I start to see a progression of like no fat, and then translate into spinach, and then it translate into low carbs, low carbohydrates, and then it translated into gluten-free, and then kind of translated into the acai, and then from the acai kind of translated into spinach, and then eventually it went into kale, and then went to kale smoothies, and then later on it went like the turn of this decade, it went into sea moss, and after sea moss, it kind of partnered with Shilajit. So I mean, I've been in this for like over 2 decades. I've been in this for like 23 years, and I've just seen like they're all trying to glorify something, you know. So now it's copper cups, but I bet you, give it a month, now it'll be something else. Then you give it another year, it'll be. I've been in this it's a trend after trend. I've seen so many trends, one after another, because whatever's in the spotlight is whatever's bought. And you better bet if somebody's buying something, somebody's getting money from it. If someone's getting money from it, they have a greater initiative to put it in the spotlight more and to tell you that you need it. You don't need copper cups. It's ridiculous. You don't need copper cups. You don't need that much copper in your life. Like you don't need that. Metal is underground for a reason. Metal was not placed so we can live Minecraft here in the world. Metal was placed underground so the rocks could have a better voltage system throughout them, so we can conduct electricity at specific spots, or voltage at specific spots than others. And they create a better formation so you have less landslides. When you start mining and stuff like that, the ground's unstable. And you might mine over here, but it affects way over here. So when they start pulling out stuff like, okay, and then they make use of, okay, what was the copper cup, this and that? Well, the copper's supposed to be in the ground. And if you need copper, there'll be rivers that flow from it, from the mountain, and you can drink it from there. But like, you don't need an excess copper, like all the other stuff. You actually don't want to touch metal too much. That's why I changed my necklace. Stone's better on my skin than the metal, because metal can decouple electrons. You can conduct electricity, all this other stuff, right? So yeah. All right, 2 more and I'm out.
Okay. And Nick asked, do the chemicals we use every day for laundry, cleaning, cosmetics, and many other products can reduce our energy and prevent us from reaching our full potential?
They won't just reduce your energy, they'll make you retarded. So RETARDE. Was that right? DED, retard. Cool. Yeah. By that, they overstimulate your brain, they dull in your neurons, and they lengthen the distance at which your synapses are connected to each other. So whenever you have these specific chemicals, it literally blunts your brains and it makes you retarded. I'm not even being mean. I'm not even trying to say that, because I don't think people are stupid. I think I'll just give you this breakdown. I literally think everyone on earth is a divine genius, extremely intellectual and extremely intelligent. But there have been so many chemicals that have been introduced into our society that has blunted our brain. It blunts our brains, and then we are dull to reality, and then we are literally retarded to where you see people eat Tide Pods and set themselves on fire and like take a bunch of hormones to try to become something. Like, I'm telling you, like, because they're not thinking clearly. Like, dude, why would you take Ozempic when you can just know your body and like shape yourself through an electrical connection? Because they're unaware of it. So guess what? They take Ozempic and then they get like, what is it, like liver failure? Some go deaf. People have lost their eyesight. Like, to me, it's so obvious. Like, hell no, I'm not taking this thing. Hell no, I'm not taking steroids. Hell no, I'm not taking peptides. Hell no, I'm not taking TRT or testosterone or anything like that. People are like, you natty, bro? I'm not just natty. I'm like, hell no to all that stuff, because it's so, like, when you have a brain that truly operates, it's not blunted by all the chemicals and crap like that. You can see the guise of what this is like, that's blunting. Go ahead, Sasha. You don't got to duck down. It's cool if you walk. You can walk behind me, whatever. Whenever you see what's going on, you see the guise of what this is like disguised as, and you're looking at it and like, dude, yeah, if you blunt this, that's generating weight, it's actually going to lead to more problems over here, because that function is there for a reason. So if you stop it and you lose a bunch of weight from it, there's a bunch of complications that are going to come from this. Or if you blunt this to excite this or activate this and you get muscles from it, well, that's going to mess up all of your body. And it's like so easy. So when you intake all these chemical compounds, detergent, oh man, cologne, perfume, spray, dryer sheets, dish, like even dish soap stays on your plate and you end up eating dish soap. It's so damaging for your body. It eventually makes its way to your brain, and it blunts your brain and your ability of cognition, and it literally makes you stupid. Like, literally, like, but guess what? You're a divine genius on earth. You are. I'm not even against you. I don't think anybody's stupid. I don't think anyone is actually supposed to be ignorant. Maybe ignorant of the fact, but mentally stupid, I don't believe anybody is. But because there's been so many chemicals inundated and induced in our society, it blunts the brains of the people. Now it's blunting the brains of the children, because the mother and the father are living in that environment, and those chemical compounds are getting into the mom, into the placenta, into the child, and they're born back. They're born already slightly autistic. What's the upscale in autism? All the chemicals being inundated, like mom slathering lotion on her body, she's absorbing in her skin. Anything you put on your body, it's going to be inside of you. Every bit of lotion, sunscreen, all that stuff is going to absorb into your skin, and you're going to eat it. And if you have a child in there, that child's going to be inundated in all those chemicals, and it's going to blunt their mental cognition, their intelligence. So I don't think it's just holding us back energetically. I think it's literally making people stupider. It's lowering their ability of comprehension. So I do everything I can to stay away from chemicals, and I'm able to think in a specific way, or at least see things that I couldn't see before. And then I'm noticing the majority of society are not noticing, and it's right in front of all of our faces. So yeah, dude, all this stuff's hella bad for you. So we wash our stuff with water. If we need something, we might use some baking soda, but we just wash our stuff in water. But when you live the guide, I guess I got a testimony from somebody earlier, they don't even stink anymore. You don't stink. You don't smell. I can go a week without taking a shower and I will not smell. I will not smell bad. If anything, I'll smell good. I'll just get sticky. So I kind of like wash that layer off. So if you don't stink and you're away from toxins and pollutants, there's not really a big need to use some sort of cleanser on your stuff besides water, because nothing's really dirty. And if you really need something, you can use baking soda. So all the life kind of feeds back into itself. But if a person is using, like, look at people. they're bloated chemical sacs. Their underjaw is expanded. Their body is like a chemical reactors, like about to burst. They have a big gut, a big face. Their head's pressed. I was there. Do you have a picture of that, Sasha? Like my face?
I think so.
My face looks younger now than the one I'm going to show, but it was the one from Sri Lanka and like another one. I'll show you guys real quick.
Is it this one?
Sure, that's one.
Okay. Which,
So-
by the way, Catalina said 100% amen.
Again, I'm not here to put anybody down. I'm here because I love you guys. I don't care who you are. I don't care if you're white, black. I don't even believe in white, black. I think it's stupid. I don't care if you're from the Caucasus Mountains. I don't care if you're from the heart of Africa. I don't care where you're from. I love you. That's why I'm here saying this stuff. But like the photo to the left is like my face was very bloated and expanded, almost like a rubber balloon. Like if you see my face, like it's like popping out. There's another one too. Because that like this is stage 1 evolution, right? I'm going to show you stage 2.
See if I can show it more so on the portrait so they can see
This
it.
one.
And then I'll bring it back for YouTube landscape.
This one here. That face. Or this one. Sorry, this one.
Okay, I can find.
Either one of those are cool. But I think the first one's kind of better. So anyway, when you see my face here, right, it's bloated, it's expanded. That means you have a bunch of toxins in you. You have a bunch of chemicals that are being pressed out. And the rate at the swelling of your face is the amount of cognition that's being blunted. So when your face, I'm not saying that you can't be smart. Like you can teach a person a rudimentary pattern, A plus B equals C. Okay, go perform that. A plus B equals C. And they could be very effective in their field, but they're still blunted to a lot of signals in reality. Just because someone's skilled in their field does not mean that they're aware in reality. I've met a lot of scientists. I've had a lot of friends who are doctors who are, yeah, cool. And that's perfect. So the first one was stage 1, right? The stage 1 evolution, but this is me now. You can see my eyes are beady. Man, dude, there's so many. Slide City. Yeah.
Okay, try to get it on both sides so they can see it.
You're doing perfect. Thank you so much. All right, cool. So anyway, the first one was stage 1, right? Now this is stage 2. Now there's head swelling. Now you can see like my forehead is bigger, my face is wider, my underjaw, my mouth is like small, my nose is inflated. Actually, man, we can show them the inflation of my nose. Can you show them the inflation of my nose? There's a nose picture. Thanks for being here, Sasha. Get all these. I really appreciate it.
Yes, of course. I love being here.
I'm gonna try to help you find it as well, but like my nose.
Is it the one? I have this one, but it's not the inflation. It's the nose bridge.
Sure, we can share that real quick as we're talking about it. Anyway, I'm gonna kind of go through these and Sasha's gonna pull up some photos. But the amount of swelling that's in your head is correlated to you being blunted. Like you're going to be like the more toxins you're holding in your face, and that's what the swelling is. So go ahead and find the other nose one too, Sash. But yeah, you see my nose here. My nose, I used to have like a bump in my bridge here. My nose. People pay a bunch of money for rhinoplasty. A bunch. This is my nose and my bridge straightened out just from this life. Not even breathing techniques, just from this life. So I used to snore at night, and now I don't snore. I used to have a bump in my nose. Now I don't have a bump, like on my bridge. My face is reconstructed. My face was extremely swollen. I'm gonna like, I would love to point it out in other people, but I'm not that type of guy. Like, I don't want to take a person and start breaking them down and calling them fat. Although it's rampant in our society. So if you have one of you that we can use, I'll totally do it. I'll break it down.
Is it this?
Try this one here. Go ahead and just put that one up.
Okay.
This is not the exact one, but like it's all cool. That's just a slimming of the face and stuff like that. But the first one, my face was very bulbous, like individually my cheeks, like a baby face. But then as this happened, like my entire skull started swelling and pressing. And when your skull is pressed like that, there's a couple things going on. One, you're going to have blunted cognition because there's going to be so much pressure on your head trying to press out. But it's pressing out because there's so much toxin in your body. Your cup is overflowing of toxins. So your body's bloated. So there's like a chemical reactor. Your stomach will get really bloated. The underjaw, look at my underjaw. If you look at the size of my face in the first photo, look at my size of my face in the second photo. That's the same person. And I almost look like a different person because my face was so swollen. My eyes were almost they were so swollen. Like I would do this a lot because there was so much pudge. It's not fat. It's literally swelling because of the amount of toxins. Man, even if you just took the first photo and then me writing, I'm here right now talking to you. You can see how thick my neck is, how much my body had to work. But you're holding so many toxins in your face, it ends up inundating your brain and you're blunted. I'm not saying you can't operate. I'm not saying you can't function. I'm not saying that you're ultimately belligerent, but it does prevent you from seeing the full scope of what you're in. And if you're missing any data, you're not going to make a wise decision. If you can't see certain things, you're going to be partial on your ability to make the correct decision or right decisions. So look in the mirror. If you notice like your face is swollen, and you probably can't even notice it because you look normal to yourself. The first one I thought was normal. Now I start living the guide, like, dude, my face is like sharp. I don't do looksmaxxing or hammering or anything like that. No gua shawls, nothing like that. But like now my underjaw is very sharp because I understand what that stuff was. It was toxins just sitting in my face. And when they sit in your face, they start poisoning your mouth. You can get more cavities. You have bad breath. Then when it sits in your face, it clogs your nose and you can't breathe well. You start snoring at night. When it sits in your face, it starts hitting your brain and you have thought fog all the time. So that was causing my hair loss. I already had hair loss by then. Like you can't see it. I have more hair now than I did in that first photo. It's just longer. But I was missing hair. I had like a bald spot here in the center and went all the way through. And I had a little bit of hair here, but there's a bald spot all the way through. And then there was more bald spot there, but it's just longer. Now, since then I shaved my head, so I can grow my hair out even more. I have more hair now than then. And notice your body is like a reactor. There's a chemical reaction happening with all these chemicals, and they end up swelling your body. Your fingers get fat, your body gets bloated, your stomach starts bulging out. You see all these women who drink, they have to pull their yoga pants up to their waist because their gut is just a chemical reaction happening. They're so bloated. And it's because of all the chemicals in our modern environment. Guess what? You can get them out. I did. I'm here. Like I don't have as many chemicals. So it's not like oh my God, chemicals are so like, we'll just stop using them. Like 99% of the chemicals in your environment are chosen by you and you bring them into your life. So it's not like, oh, there's a secret evil initiative to this put chemicals in your life. Well, you chose it. You bought it. You're voting. But you also fall under the manipulation that you need these chemicals like deodorant and toothpaste and everything else. You're like, oh, how can I live without that thing? Well, when that thing was introduced to us, it created its own problem to solve it. Oh, you have this, so this. Well, that problem's not even real, especially if you live right, then you won't even need that. So whenever you get these things out of you, you can see from left to right, like my face, the amount of swelling that has reduced has directly increased my mental cognition. So as much as my face has reduced in size is as much as the exponential growth of my ability to perceive and comprehend reality. And I'm telling you, it's hitting you too. And that's why I'm saying like all this stuff's stupid because these chemicals hit us and we can't even see what life really is. So yeah. So it's not that the detergents and stuff like that are just taking our energy. It's literally making us swell up and we're about to pop. And that popping looks like sickness, disease, liver failure, heart failure, Alzheimer's, all kinds of stuff. Indigestion, skin pigmentation, psoriasis, because it's like it's trying to come out. All those diseases are the symptoms of us holding the stuff inside of us and it's trying to get it out, but it's malfunctioning in the process.
And Verena said, Sasha, do you have my full body pictures comparisons at the start of the guide to week 4? My face was also so swollen, and then second or two in the second pictures, like it was less swollen. If you want to see it. Oh, you can't.
Can't see your face. You can pull it
Well,
down.
let me
I mean, I'm not
unfilter.
going to argue with what she has up right now. It's a good
Give
comparison.
me one moment. I'll
So this is
get the
Roro. So
face.
that person I call Roro, who's talking or like commenting. This is her. Very beautiful woman.
How about this?
She's a bikini what would it be? Because I'm not in the competition, but like she's a bikini competitor. So she'd go up on stage and do all the stuff. So she's a pro. She's been a personal trainer for 18 plus years, probably like 19 years now, like nearly 2 decades. So this person who we're talking to is well educated, extremely insightful, has applied it on a customer basis to a mass of people for nearly 2 decades of her life. So this is not just like, okay, hey, I did the guide. I'm just a normal person doing the guide, which normal people are cool. But she's been a personal trainer, well educated, insightful, competing, and placed for nearly 2 decades. So she's been doing this. So this is the person who you hear when I say Roro, that's who we're talking about. I'm not talking about a person who doesn't know fitness or doesn't know science or biology or anything like that, kinesiology. No, she is trained in it. She has, her certifications and everything else, and she lives this life. And she's even gone on stage and compete and placed. And she's like, yeah, dude, on the guide, totally. So let's see here. Oh yeah, you can totally. I mean, the phone's kind of covering her face a little bit, but you guys saw in her comparison face of like the asymmetry and everything else. Like her face came up and her face looks more youthful. So instead of it being the nose is inflated or just the mouth or the cheeks, now the entire face is I want to say harmonized, but brought into harmony with itself. And that's primarily because of her thoughts. So like on the first one, her nose is more inflated, her lips are a little inflated, and her eyes are puffy. Now you see from the top to the bottom, it's evenly dispersed throughout her entire face. But her body was like that too. So another reason that Roro came into the guide and everything else, primarily she came in because she wanted to fast. She's like, hey, I want to win and place and keep winning and kicking ass in the bikini competitions. I don't know what you've done, like IFBB Pro or like NPC or whatever, but like whatever competition she was going into, she's like, hey, I want to kick ass and win. So she came to me, she's like, hey, Mikey, how do I fast? Because she thought she's under the impression like I fast. So she's like, hey, well, if I fast, maybe I can get leaner and everything else, show more definition, striations. And what a surprise. I'm like, hey, fasting's hating yourself. I want you to love yourself. And through loving herself, now her face is symmetrical. Another thing that she had that she wanted to get rid of was cellulite. So she had quite a bit of cellulite around her legs. So even though she's a personal trainer, she's been working out for 18 years. In that 18 years, she's never been overweight. So she's always been in shape. It wasn't like she just bulk up and get big. And the entire time she was, very fit, very athletic and everything else. But her body still had cellulite. Well, I think 1.5 months, 2 months, by like month 3 or 4, whatever it is, like 4 weeks, whatever she was saying earlier, her cellulite has it completely yeah, I don't know if this is like week 4. I don't know what week this is. Within a month, 2 months, 3 months, like no longer than 4 months for sure, her cellulite, nearly all of it went away. So she wasn't even overweight, but she had cellulite because cellulite is indicating there's some sort of destruction in her body. We were able to regenerate that and her legs became smooth and the cellulite went away. So that was also a real cool thing. So it doesn't matter if you're not overweight. It doesn't matter if you're underweight.
She said week 4.
Week 4. Within 4 weeks, her cellulite went away. Women have been trying to get their cellulite to go away for years, decades, centuries even.
She even said I was only 1 kg difference in between the pictures too.
Yeah. So the cellulite there and the cellulite not there is only like 1 kilogram of difference, which was like 2.2 pounds. But it's not because of the weight. It's because of the destruction that's happening. It's because of dilapidation is what we talk about in the Discord community. So it doesn't matter if you're overweight. Like women are more prone to get cellulite than men are, while men are more prone to get like butt acne and pimples and stuff like that. I think it's because like the majority of the weight for the woman is under, while the majority of the weight of the man is up. And there's a lot of lymphatic fluid that's held here in trash from all the makeup. It will make its way down there to like reproductive organs. There's a lot that I have in mind of why that is, but that's just a theory. I won't even talk about it. But nonetheless, you don't have to be overweight to have cellulite. She's in this, from what I've seen her, she's never been overweight. And yet she had cellulite. Why? because her body is decaying. It's falling apart. The cell you light are the cells collapsing upon themselves, and that's what's creating that look, those dimples and everything else. But when you regenerate yourself, your skin becomes smooth and so on and so forth, right? So you don't have to lose weight to get rid of cellulite, because it's not a weight issue. So anyway, yeah, one more and then we'll go. If you guys want to, what is it, Lucy and Friends? What is Ro's Instagram?
Right now she's at Rowena Caramon or K
On Instagram or
on
what?
Instagram.
Okay, so you guys can follow her on Instagram as well. You can talk to her about her cellulite journey. She even has, I'm honored, right? So Roro's been in this life of the guide for nearly a year and a half now. And she's seen miraculous stuff, right? Her face is symmetrical, cellulite has gone away, and she knows herself better. She has emotional regulation with her family.
Oh, okay. Here.
So anyway, so now her life is completely changed. So if you guys want to, you can go talk to her. And she's like, hey, look, this guide is amazing. And
Should I go down there or I was gonna hand her this card.
hey, Lele. Family's familying right now. So let me do this last thing. But anyway, do you need the card?
Yeah.
All right, it's right here. Boom. There you go. Love you. So yeah. So Roro was like, hey, I believe in this so much. So she's like, hey, I want to promote the guide and everything else. So if you guys want to, you can even use her code. What is Roro's code?
Roro.
Just Roro. ROWROW.
Right now. Yep.
So if you guys want to, you can actually use Roro's code to get the guide on checkout. And I think you get like a discount of something. I have no idea. So like use it. It supports her. But she just believes in it, period. Because she lives life like it's not even about getting paid. She just believes in it, so she promotes it. But I'm gonna throw this out there because she's seen great results and she's willing to share herself and her life and everything else in her family. So like, yeah, if you guys want to, when you do get the guide, type in ROW, one word, right?
Yes.
Like no spacing. And then you can get a specific code on the guide. But also you can go and follow her. She's amazing. If she's up to, you can chat with her. I think she has another page called Lucy and Friends and everything else. So you can get that. She's amazing and kind of hear her testimony. She's also in the Discord community, so you can see her transition fully over the course of all like nearly 2 years of like where she came in, her thoughts, and where she is now. Like, oh my God, this woman is so founded upon life itself now than where she was. Like I'm inspired by even seeing her. So ladies, if you want someone to refer to, like, okay, Mikey, that's cool, you're a guy, all right, well, go to Ro. She's right there. She'll tell you about her cycles or what she's gone through and being a mom. She's a mom of 2, and she has her husband, and they live this life. Like, how do you incorporate the guide, living the life? How was it? Blah 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 blah. Amazing person. But also you can type in ROW, one word, and check out and get a discount. Cool. All right, last one, and we're done.
Okay.
I feel like my body's getting like even more shape as we're going, and I'm like, couldn't you start out like this? But I'm playing.
So Nick asked, should we eat or drink late at night before going to bed, or could it interfere with digestion because it happens at the wrong time?
Well, here's the thing. Instead of saying, should we eat at night before bed? Let's go a little bit deeper. That's who I am, right? Go like deeper. Why would you even be hungry at night? And that's the real question you need to answer. Like, why am I hungry now? Most likely you didn't eat the suffice of the meal that you prepared, or the meal didn't suffice with all the minerals and everything else, so you're still hungry. So it's not should I eat at night, it's why am I hungry at night? And then you go back and look at your meal, most likely you're missing vitamins and minerals, and that's leading you to you being hungry. So therefore, you're going to get on this vicious cycle of like eating at night, but then you feel bad, you don't have it digested, but like, man, should I even eat? And then you push it away. On other days, you don't eat at night, but then you wake up hungry, or you go to bed hungry, you don't get like super deep sleep because you're not satiated. So let's get to the root of the matter. Why would you even be hungry? Because you're missing something. When you provide that something earlier in the day, you're no longer hungry at night. So therefore, you wouldn't even want to eat. It's not even that big a deal. So, okay, cool. Nick, I love you, man. You're amazing. Thanks, guys, for being here. I appreciate y'all. Yeah, I love you so much. If you like this, share it. You can even share after the fact. We'll be posting this on YouTube, so you can go back and rewatch it. We don't put any ads on this. We don't monetize it on YouTube, so the way you guys can watch it uninterrupted. I love you. Get this energy in you. Get this tenacity in you. Get this like champion spirit in you. That's why I'm so hard and intense a lot of times, is because I want you guys to get the energy of being a champion, a winner, and not complaining and whining. I want you to stand up and have a strong backbone and be victorious and win. So I share this energy with you so you guys can be inspired. Like we showed the Spartan picture earlier. Be that Spartan. Not that there's a warrior. I don't want you to fight. You don't have to go fight people or fight evil, but you put your spirit so much out to where evil just loses attention. It's not even about like we're going to go defeat evil. We're going to go defeat darkness, because that actually multiplies the darkness and it grows it because you just give it more attention. What it is doubling down in the righteousness, in the light, and living the light. And as you do that, people's eyes start to gaze over, and then it's like evil is starved because no one's paying attention to it anymore. And that's how you win. So I love you guys so much. Put this on, take this energy inside of you. And if you want, obviously get the guide at Mikeybreathes.com. At checkout, you can use the code word, the promo ROWROW, ROWROW. You can get like a special offer. Join the Discord. If you join the Discord for the full year, you get the guide and the meal plan for free. I have some articles on the site you can read as well. But either way, follow me on all the stuff. And I love you so much. And let me see your notes in the comments and your favorite part of this. Oh, even better idea. Before I go, any part of any video that you watch, like a live stream, and you want us to make a clip out of it because you believe this was the most powerful thing, timestamp that clip in the YouTube comments. And then I'll have my team. If it's a cool clip, we'll clip it up and we'll post the clip on our social media. So you can help us make clips by finding the most powerful thing that was said, and maybe even like a little description why, and we'll cut that up and we'll make clips out of those things and share them on all of our other